hello, everyone. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, please do let me know. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Let's get all this shit up and running. Let's see. Do I want to use any mods? No, I think I'm okay. I'm okay running mod list today. Hello. Good morning. Sound check is good. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. Figured I'm up early. I already ate breakfast. Took Sadie to the dog park. You know. Went in the backyard, picked up all her dog shit. All that jazz. So figured I'd get on for a little while and play some Dwarf campaign. Now, here's the thing, is that we... Oh, thank you. Excuse me if I yawn a bit. Yeti, thank you so much for gifting a sub to that one Infinite Lighthouse. Thank you so much. You've gifted 105 subs? Dear God, Yeti, that's insane. Thank you for all the support. I really appreciate that. All right, so here's the thing, chat. Right. The real question is, which campaign do we want to play today? We have 6 options, 6 delicious, delectable, excellent options. One of which we must choose. We could do Thorgrim Grudgebearer. You know what I actually want to do a bit? I want to go through all of the movie intros. Because, like, I heard a bunch of them change. So I just kind of want to, like, go down the list and check. I don't know if anyone has, like, an exhaustive... This one hasn't changed. This one's the same. This one's the same. Pretty sure Torix is the same.
Champion of the lady.
Loons is the same.
I never fail.
Albrix is the same. God, Albric. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons I want a Bretonia DLC is just to fix Albric. Okay, I think all of these are old. Oh, Rapunzel is... Ooh, Rapunzel is super sexy. Okay, hers is new. That's really nice. I doubt any of the Chaos Dwarf ones have changed because they were all pretty good. Daniel's is still boring, but Daniel himself is also super boring. Pretty sure his is the same. Most of the Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, and Pirate Coast are new. Really? Oh, yeah. Nice. Call back to his little movie. It's weird seeing Marathi with the Hargadeth Executioners behind her.
Revel in slaughter with me.
Hellbronze is new. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Okay, his is definitely new. I think he still does his... I think it's the same animation, but I don't remember him having like all this black arc shit going on behind him anymore.
Shut up, demon.
Malice looking good.
Manticores, Hydra, dragons, all obey me.
His is new. That's nice. So he's got like Brachus behind him. Yeah, that looks good.
Retake the to die in battle.
Okay, that's Ungrim's had that one for a long time. That's the same. Grombrindal's is one I could see them changing at some point. Because, like, his doesn't really communicate where he is over in Nagaroth. Because it's got, like, I think it's like a green skin lying next to him.
Master of the weapon shops.
Well, Thoric looks really nice. Ooh. I know they've made some big improvements to it, but I really wish that the rune lords would like actually strike the anvil when they cast spells. That'd be super nice. And he had 4 shots in that volley, which is funny.
In the name of Magnus.
While I'm doing this, why don't we actually not waste time here? While I'm doing this, okay, these are all the Empire. I vaguely recall got some kind of updated ones. Volkmar's is still really old. Volkmar could use a new one, definitely, to show like that he's in the land of the dead. I think. Rah. I like that. I don't think I've ever noticed that he's holding an Empire helmet in his hand. So that's a reference to his tabletop mini, because Grimgore's tabletop mini has him holding up Empire dude's head. I don't think I ever noticed they did that. Yeah, Karl Franz's is nice, where he's walking around with his troops. Aztec is a really good one. Skarsnik's is pretty old. Wurzag's is pretty old. You know, I understand why Andy thinks or thought this is a rain dance. This is not a rain dance. I've seen rain dances. This is not a rain dance. It's so simple.
Everything belongs to Grog.
It's more like just cutting a jig.
We must preserve this world.
Oh, Tyrion's looks new. I think Tyrion's is new.
There is no limit to my power.
I'm pretty sure Teclis is new.
Alariel, the Ever Queen.
Alariel's is okay. Yeah, the High Elves. Wow, Alariel's is really good. Okay, so yeah, a bunch of the High Elf ones are different.
It is dusk. We shall dance in the shadows.
This one's new. That's really cool. I love that he's just angry looking. Oh, that's nice. Okay, yes, all the High Elf ones look new.
Our future depends upon me.
Being Batman. Very nice, very nice.
None can best me in battle.
Emmerich looking like a proper dick. Nice. Okay, yeah, so all the High Elf ones are new. Those look really nice. Scarbrains is new. I don't remember him being in a lava environment. Like, his animations are the same, but he's got a new background.
I command ice and snow.
The voice of Kislev's gods.
I cannot wait for them to do a update for Kislev. Also Mazdamundi. I was messing around with some Mazdamundi stuff earlier, and like it's like, oh god, there's so much I would like them to change about Mazdamundi. Like, he's good, but Marcus Wolfhart was new, was he? Well, yeah, a couple of the Empire ones. Yeah, it is. Dude, I bet a Marcus Wolfhart campaign now is actually even more banging than it already was with the new Empire stuff. Oh, Krokar's petting the Carnosaurs. Krokar's got a new background. So that's nice. So he's got more stuff going on. Oh, Tehenowin's is new. The background. Now he's standing on like a whole bunch of dead Skaven. It's actually really funny. Makes it look like the Gotrek mini. Okay, so looks like a lot of the Lizardman ones, it looked like they changed the background. I think Mazdamundi's they changed the background as well. Hey, mods, by the way, while we're doing this, can we get a poll on Twitch about how many options do we have on Twitch polls? Is it 4? Five? Oh, Nakai's is really nice. This is really new. He's just in Cathay. That looks really nice. That looks super nice.
The eternal challenger.
Wolfrix is new. Wow, Wolfrix is really nice. You ever wonder what was wrong with that dude? That Throg's like, no, I'm not gonna eat that guy. Like, how fucked do you have to be for Throg of all people to be like, no, no. I'm so excited for the Greasus rework, dude. Greasus and Scrag. I think I'm more excited for Greasus to get a rework than anything else. But oh, Quick Head Checkers is nice. I like the like background and foreground. Anyway, sorry. Let's get a vote going. On Twitch, we have 5 options. Oh, we only have 5 options. So who's okay? I know who I won't put on the vote. So let's do this. Let's do for the poll. Let's do Thorgrim, Ungrim, Belagar, Thoric, and Malachi. Let's let those be our 5. I don't know how many options can I do on a YouTube poll. I can only do 4 options on a YouTube poll. Interesting. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this to let Twitch feel like they actually get to have a heavy participation. Whoever gets last place in the Twitch poll will be not allowed on the YouTube poll. So whoever gets last place on the Twitch poll will not migrate to the YouTube poll.
I am the slut Iron Hammer.
We've seen a lot of Malachi. Okay, well, you know, hopefully he'll just lose the vote and then you don't have to worry about it.
You know who I am, Master.
Yeah, Thorix is really nice. Lord Scrolx looks the exact same. His background might be a little busier, other than that, it looks the exact same.
Chief Master of Deep Warrens.
Oh, Tretch has a really nice one now. Ooh, okay, Tretch. Okay, Tretch. They also cleaned up his faction effects. Looks nicer. All right, not bad, Tretch.
All the warps now. Mine. The Lord of Decay.
Deathmaster's Snitches is better because he's like actually in a Cathayan city now, instead of just in the middle of fucking nowhere. Oh, Throts is nice because he's got Gorich in the background and like rats everywhere. That's super fucking cool. Where's my rat swarm unit or giant rat unit? CA, I want to actually have this as a unit.
Witness my majesty.
Okay, he looks pretty much the same. Oh, Cetra's looks so good. Cetra's looks so good. Also, allegiance points from Tomb Kings is such a lame effect. That's a lame ass effect. Allegiance points from the race you're already playing. Oh, what to do? Okay, Conteps is decent. It's not great, but it's not bad. He just kind of summons a dust storm.
The goddess of
Ooh!
Azure.
Oh, Kalidas looks really nice. Kalida's looks really good. Nice. I've heard a lot of shit about Archons that's made me laugh. Because so many people have been salty about that he's got crypt horrors in the background, but he can't actually take crypt horrors, which I find really funny. So hopefully they'll fix that. Yeah, Conteps is by far the least interesting of those. Cool.
Power shall heal my mind.
Harkin, look. I always love that Harkin shoots the camera. Yeah, Harkins is really nice. Oh, Noctilus is really cool. Oh, did y'all see the Merworm? He's got a Merworm in the background. Oh wait, no, that's not. Sorry, that's not a Merworm. That's the there's a giant fish monster that appears on the world map in certain areas. I think that's what that actually is. It's the fish worm animation. Oh, Arnessus is really cool. Look at the ogre in the background. That's really funny. I've still been very aggressively saying that Arnessa needs to get a starting ancillary that is her first mate. I actually think all of the Vampire Coast characters should get a first mate ancillary at the start of their campaigns that gives them certain benefits, which hers should be all about buffing ogre units. But I feel they're really gonna do some stuff with Arnessa.
Madam Captain, my Nostra Delphi.
Solostras is good. Just in the middle of a storm, being cool. I really like Solostra. I know a lot of people don't. I adore Solostra. I think Manfred's is the... Ooh, I like the Morslid and Manslid there. I think his is the same. It looks like they might have changed the background. Got Krell being all menacing in the background. Very cool. Yep. His is pretty much the same.
My puppets dance.
Gorse looks a little... I don't remember Gorse being quite like that. Yeah, Archaon's got updated to this. This is such fucking a good one for Archaon. It looks so good. Squish.
Bring ruin.
Yeah, I remember when all these got updated.
You think to control me?
Move, Belagor, Demons of Chaos! Okay, that one's the same. That one's the same.
The sanctity of life, the thrill of bloodshed.
That one's new, or the background is new. The animation I remember, but all the foreground I think is new. Neat. Okay. All right, back to dwarf stuff. Who got last place in the Belagar and Malachi were losing? Okay, we'll just kick out Malachi then. All right, so YouTube, here we go. Thorgrim, Thorek, Belagar, and Ungrim will be your choices. Which campaign are we playing? Boop. All right, polls up. Go vote. Polls up. Scion, thank you for the super chat. More Final Fantasy? Yeah. More Final Fantasy tonight. We're gonna play. I'm trying to get my life, my sleep schedule in a vague balance where I'm playing Total War in the mornings and Final Fantasy in the afternoon evenings is kind of the goal, but we'll see what happens. But thoughts on 2.1? It was good. I enjoyed it. The coils raid was really fun. I enjoyed a lot of the information that we got from coils. That was a fun experience. I wouldn't really say I have any expectations going into 2.2. You know, other than we'll probably have some more Asian bullshit, maybe figure out a little bit more about who the guy in white is. But other than that, I wouldn't say I have much in the way of expectations. Cole Patterson, I like how the Cetra intro is like the Total War Warhammer 1 Empire intro. Yeah, it has some similarities. It also the Cetra one, the Cetra one I really like because it actually, the Cetra one is a really nice parallel of a really famous piece of artwork of Cetra the Imperishable. There's a super famous piece of artwork that has him with like his hands outstretched and like he's in the middle of like a big procession, or he's in a procession in the middle of like a bunch of stuff, which I believe is what that's an homage to. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Laughing God, thank you for the super chat. I think my hot take with Solostra was an awesome addition to the lore, and CA needs to do more stuff like that. Damn the haters. I don't know if they need to do more stuff like that, just because I know it was so exhausting for them. But it certainly was. I enjoyed that they did a lot. Like, I consider Solostra to be a canon character because I really like what she represents. I think having like an acolyte of Stromfels running around, that's like a spirit that he resurrected to cause storms and wreak havoc on the waves, is super duper fun and plays well into the vampire counts as a theme. So I do enjoy that. And then Yibby, thank you for the super chat. I hope Total War Warhammer 3 collabs with Final Fantasy 14 for you. I don't know how that could even possibly even remotely happen. It'd be cool. I don't see that happening ever, but that would be that. I'd be down for it. I think that'd be super fun. And then Wurzag's Morky Mischief. Hello, Stunt Days. Who's worse, the Kurgan, the Hung, or the Tong? If memory serves, the Tong are considered the worst of those three. Like, they're considered one of the most dangerous, if I'm remembering correctly. I want to say it was the Tong that were, you know what, I can actually just check this real quick while we're letting the poll so close. I'm gonna let it just drag on a little bit longer. So if you haven't voted yet, hurry up and vote. I'm only gonna let it go for just a little bit longer. Hold on, there is a particular book I want to look at on my PC. I want to say it's the Tong, but let me double check here. There's a note about one tribe in particular that was like super fucking scary. Like, they were by far the scariest tribe of chaos ever. But they are almost more of a myth because they're not around anymore. Because they kind of showed up, kicked a bunch of ass, and wrecked a bunch of shit, and I believe are responsible for forcing the Chaos Dwarf scenario to go down the way it did. Where are they? I thought that was the right section. Maybe not. Yeah, it's the Tong. Yeah, the Tong are considered the biggest big bads. The only time they showed up and seemed to basically have been responsible for obliterating a lot of stuff that led up to the Chaos Dwarfs. And then the Tong re-emerged. The Tong re-emerged during the Great War against Chaos. And after that, they vanished again. And they haven't been seen since. So yeah, the Tong are like the big bads. All right, if you haven't voted, hurry up and vote. If you haven't voted, hurry up and vote. Thorgrim is in the lead, but he's only in the lead by 4%. He's only in the lead by 4%. So if you go vote for Thorek, you can turn things around. Is Belagar still the hardest dwarf campaign? I think so. I mean, his penalties are still pretty aggressive. Actually, honestly, probably the hardest dwarf campaign is actually the Realm of Chaos Malachi campaign. That game is brutal. Like, that campaign is borderline not fun. Because you are just surrounded by people that fucking hate you. And everything is so, like, zoomed in. So there's a lot more you have to deal with. And the ocean is also, like, pretty small. So a lot of the bad guys just swarm you. And it's awful. It is absolutely awful. Thomas, I'm doing good. Scion, yeah, we can watch that tonight. We can watch that tonight at the start of the stream. Okay, it looks like Thorgrim's gonna cinch it. Okay, the Thorgrim's struggling to hold on to that 30%. Dwarfs lay eggs? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, if you wanna have a bad time, go play a Malachi Legendary Realm of Chaos campaign. It is it is going to it's a rough banana. Thorgrim's just barely managed to hang on to it. Actually, you know what? Let's make things interesting, right? Let's make things interesting. So let's end the poll. Let's end the poll. Let's make things interesting. Right? So let's have a runoff vote. Let's have a runoff. Between Thorek and Thorgrim. Alright. The Rune Lord of Karak Kazul versus the High King of Karak. So the runoff poll has started. So the followers of Ungrim and Belagar can flow to another to reinforce another side. Also, Casa for 303, thanks for the wah! Thank you. Yeah, the Elspeth's Realm of Chaos campaign is one of the fastest, easiest campaigns in the entire game. It is insane. It is stupid how easy it is. I was shocked at how, like, absolutely just dumb it was, like, easiness wise. I was like, what, really? It's so fast. You only have to do like 4 things and you win the campaign. It's silly. Like, when they announced that they weren't gonna do Realm of Chaos content anymore, after I played Elspeth, I was like, all right, like, I'm okay with this. Like, I hope we still get the movies, but just put the movies in Immortal Empires. I never liked the idea that Realm of Chaos was like, oh, this is the narrative campaign, and then Immortal Empires just is not. Like, I never liked that. Alexander, thank you very much for the super chat. What do you think about Thorgrim's campaign compared to the other dwarves currently playing Theorycrafting when having so much fun with his additional stuff in the Forge? Should Thorgrim get some more stuff in terms of mechanics? Should he? No, I think he's fine. Could he? Yeah, sure. I mean, the only thing I really want for Thorgrim is I just want him to get a skill on his skill tree to represent the Rune of Azamar on the Throne of Power, so his mount actually feels like it does something instead of just being there. Like, it gives him more health, but other than that, it doesn't really fucking do anything, which is lame. Considering the Throne of Power in tabletop is like one of the strongest things in the game. Yeah, there are things you could do for Ungrim and Thorgrim to make their campaigns like a little more spicy. Like Ungrim, obviously you could give him some kind of slaying mechanic Like, maybe he gets unique grudges about slaying particular monsters, you know, something... Well, I would give him, like, a simplified version of the Norska Monster Hunter, where there's, like, big beasties he has to go slay. Either that, or, like, I don't know, maybe it's, like, whenever he kills monsters, he gets, like, some kind of unique resource, or some kind of special benefit whenever he kills, like, single entities in battle. You could do some cool stuff like that. For Thorgrim, I don't know what I would do for Thorgrim, to be totally honest. A lot of what I would do for Thorgrim, to be honest, is very heavily represented by the, just the legendary grudges system. Like, a lot of that is kind of Thorgrim's whole gimmick. I don't know what I would do with him, to be honest. Alright, looks like Thoric's gonna win, so we're gonna go with Thoric. Do dwarfs need shard dragons and rune golems? Yes. Yes, they do. And anyone who says otherwise is a damn fool. Is a damn fool. Alright, we can end the poll. I haven't played Thoric in like a really long time, so this will be interesting. Game sound is low. Okay, here. Let's turn it up to like that. Do I think dwarves should have unique upgrades for units similar to orc upgrades? No, I don't think that's strictly necessary, no.
In King Cazador's name, I will unearth the lost relics of our ancestors and bring glory to the Dowie once more.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's necessary. Like, there are... I think the banner runes are honestly fine. I do think that it would be nice if they're... yeah, no, I don't think that's necessary. I think the banner runes go far enough on that, to be honest. Are there any cool ancestor god facts? I mean, sure. Is there anything in particular you want to, like, know about the ancestor gods?
You summoned me. It shall be done.
All right, we're gonna hurt a lot of people. Does that give them anti-large shooting? No, it only gives them anti-large melee. It's weird that that starts on that unit. Expert charge defense, anti-large, and gives unbreakable. Let's slap that on our... It's expert charge defense. Yeah, we'll slap that on our longbeards. I mean, probably the most interesting thing about the ancestor gods is that they are not at all gods like most people think they are. The way that the Warhammer world interprets like gods, strictly speaking, is that they, you know, gods are etheric entities. So they are spirits or demons or things that exist over in the ether. And have like an etheric impact on the world, and how are like reflected into the physical world and do all sorts of stuff there. But when you are dealing with the actually, let's switch you. But when you're dealing with the dwarves, the ancestor gods were actual physical entities. Like, they were physical beings that had absolutely amazing and extraordinary skills and abilities. Which is super duper fascinating to think about, because generally speaking, when you think about like gods, you think, oh, like churches, temples, and places where they pray, and offerings, and miracles, and spells, and all that stuff. Dwarves don't do any of that. Like, even when you're dealing with like rune priests, rune smiths and rune priests, everything that they do is through the runic system, inscribing runes just in like different ways. So like if you're dealing with a rune priest, they inscribe runes on their rune staffs, which have really powerful effects that kind of seem like spells. You know, they can have like really powerful runes of healing and stuff like that. But they're not priests in a typical way. You do have priests of some of the ancestor gods, but it's just really interesting that the dwarf gods don't manifest like a lot of people would expect when the term, you know, god is being thrown around, which is super duper interesting. And even in the modern age, it's not like the dwarf gods pulled a Sigmar, right? They didn't like evolve into gods like Sigmar supposedly did. Instead, what you have is a situation where
Master of Runecraft.
you have a situation where you're dealing instead with that the ancestor gods are quite literally like sleeping in other parts of the world. Like there are sacred places, Thorak finding one, of course, being like a major aspect of the end times, where he finds where Valea is sleeping, which is super interesting. We've got charge defense against large, or expert charge defense, so let them come to us, lads. All right, let's get to it, lads. I actually really like having double runesmiths. Very nice. Okay, no, they got that. Screw these spiders. Spoilers! Which is more powerful, an average dragon or a carnosaur? A average dragon is... an average dragon is more deadly in a larger range of scenarios than the average carnosaur. However, the average carnosaur is an apex predator in its environment, and a carnosaur within Lustria will body any dragon, most dragons, that come into the jungles. The Carnosaurs were noted for being responsible for wiping out the dragons of Lustria and forcing them out. And it is likely that even in kind of like the primordial ages, you know, that equatorial band around the center of the planet was relatively dragon-free, if it had any dragons at all. Because if, you know, the Carnosaurs were the major force there. So I would say it depends on the environment. If the Carnosaurs are out in the open, you know, if they're just exposed without anything to really help protect them, or to allow them to, you know, fight the way that they prefer to fight, then the Carnosaur will probably be killed by the dragon, because the Carnosaur can't fly, and it doesn't really have a way to force the dragon out of the air. So, you know, the dragon can just dictate the dragon can basically make call all the shots when it comes to how that fight's going to go down, and that's not good for the Carnosaur. Now, when you're fighting in a jungle canopy, that obviously is going to grossly limit the options of the dragon, and that's when the Carnosaur excels. Because Carnosaurs they may not look like it, but they're actually quite excellent ambush predators. Even if they don't look like it, when you look at a Carnosaur, you're like, oh, it's like really big and stompy and loud, and how could you possibly miss that? But the jungles of Lustria can hide just about anything. except for like thunder lizards.
Quarrelers! Grudge thrower!
Yeah. Scion, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Skull Takers from Mechanics will serve as a base from which CA can make some unique mechanics for Wolfric and Queek as well? Yeah, I think there's a very reasonable chance of that. Because the whole point behind Skull Taker is that he kills people and he takes their skulls, and then he is able to basically take some of their power for himself. That is a major aspect of his like design. And like his background. So I would heavily suspect that CA is going to do some kind of system that allows the player to, where like when Skull Taker kills an enemy lord, he's able to in some way, shape, or form like add to his own power, and he just like does that over the course of the campaign, which will be really fun to see. That could lean super well into designing a mechanic for Queek or Wolfric, depending on what it looks like. When it comes to Queek, I honestly think Queek would, like, if I was gonna draw inspiration from a mechanic for Queek, Skull Taker might have something interesting, but I actually think doing Grom's system for Queek would be the best thing that we have so far, and I would feel like really good about it. Of that, having Grom the Pontius system where if you kill certain kinds of, like, but instead of it's, oh, you have to kill certain kinds of, like, unit types, it's you have to kill certain kinds of, like, character types. So, like, killing different kinds of, like, lords and monsters. And then, instead of crafting recipes, it's that you get to combine the different kinds of heads that will be on your trophy rack, and then depending on what like combos you have, it gives you different kinds of like buffs or enemy debuffs or whatever. I think that would probably be the best system for Queek, but if Skull Taker has something that's like really good, then you know obviously we can cannibalize that and maybe make like a half and half system. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with Skull Taker, because there's a lot of different ways they could tackle that. Which expansion am I most excited to get to in Final Fantasy? Whichever one gives me Reaper. I'm really looking forward to when I can play Reaper. What's the best Dwarden story from Age of Sigmar? I feel like it's cheating to say Gotrek, even though Gotrek does have some of the best Dwarden stories. Like when Gotrek in his very first book, Realm Slayer, has a lot of really fun notes and perspectives on Dwarden culture. But he also plays a really interesting role, because you get to see him interact with a fair amount of Fire Slayers. But then there's also some like really cool shit for his when it comes to here, let's make everybody like really scary at fighting.
Dwarf warriors, master of runecraft.
Strike the runes.
Take him down. Wait him on blood. Show us the target, Lord. Will of iron.
Okay, we're just gonna have Thorgrim kind of sit out because he's a little pooped. He's a little tired. Oh, but I get faster cooldown if I'm in melee, so I guess I'll fight these gobos. Alright, let's get rid of these enemy range units. But we're doing pretty well. I think we've got this just about under control. Let's aim for this big old group of goblins here. Push them back, lads! Push them back! I didn't realize they throw actual grenades now, or cinder blast bombs. I didn't realize they changed that on Ironbringers. I'm used to them still throwing the like big fucking blasting satchels. That's a good change. I didn't know they had done that. I don't know when they did that, but yeah, I like that. That's good. Oh, it's a lore story regime? That's not a very good lore story redeem, though. Like, because it's a question, not a request. So, Biofoot, I don't really know how to do that as a lore story. I'll send you your points back. I don't think that one works very well for that. If there's something in particular you want, but that's not the right kind of request. I don't know if that makes sense. Also, welcome to the stream, Alls, Dust, Bishop of Cheddar, Tech 27, Shady Spinach, Servant of Sin, and Yeti. Good to see all of you guys. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Okay, Daddy needs growth. I'm okay doing this building for the moment, just so I can have a secure access to proper troops. Want Rune of Wrath and Ruin, so I can do explosions. I kind of want to do scouting, so that I can have a better chance of picking up magic items, so that I can break them down. Okay.
As good as done.
Not on my watch. Yes, I would very much like to confederate Karak Kazul.
Always our best. Attack!
We gotta get King Cazador. Minus Joseph Bugman, is there any other dwarf legendary lord or heroes that we need? Grim Burlickson, and that's it. If we get Grim Burlickson and Joseph Bugman, then we've gotten all of the characters from the 8th edition army book. If they want to go back to some earlier editions, there are a couple of other characters that exist of note. Like there's King Ranulf, Alric Ranulfson, I think that's right, who is the King of Karak, but he's from 6th edition. Which, granted, he's not like super different. He's kind of like if you combine Thorgrim and Thorek, in that he's a dwarf king, but he's got like a really hardcore traditionalist spin. His big thing though is that he's carried around by shield bearers, like he likes fighting on shieldback. But he's also a king of the Middle Mountains, so he's not a World's Edge Mountains dwarf character. He is Black Mountains, not Middle Mountains, Black Mountains character. So he has a little bit of a different like theme and spin and some other stuff. But I don't think that's necessary at all. If we could get Joseph Bugman as, and I think in a perfect world, if I could get Joseph Bugman as a legendary lord, and Grim Burlickson is maybe a legendary hero, or you could, I don't care, honestly, you could do it either way. Like, I think that Joseph Bugman would make for a really kick-ass legendary hero, because he would come with like some god tier healing items, which would make him like insanely strong. But I could also see the argument that like, oh well, wouldn't Grim Burlickson just kind of be like another like a different, but he'd be kind of similar to Malachi in some ways, whereas Bugman would be something like genuinely very, very different. To which I would be like, yeah, no, I could see that. Like, you're not wrong. I could see the argument there. So, you know, I wouldn't say I have like a strong opinion between those ones.
What? Dwarf warriors!
But yeah. Like I think in my heart, like there's a part of me that just really wants Bugman as a legendary hero because his application would just be insanely good. But I think I acknowledge that Bugman would be the best option for a Lord, because Bugman would offer a very different perspective and experience, seeing as he's like a hardcore Ranger Lord. And that he would also feel very different from any of the characters we've had before, and he would fill a good niche, because he would be all about buffing your like ranged, like he would be all about buffing like your Rangers, and your like your Rangers and your like Thunderers, and like all of your like small arms infantry guys. So he wouldn't be about buffing your War Machines, he'd be about buffing your Rangers, your Quarrelers, your Thunderers, and all of this stuff. But you could say the exact same thing about Grim Burlington, because like technically I think both Thoric and Belagar, like, I think Belagar buffs Rangers already, and Thoric buffs Quarrelers already, but I don't think there's a character who really focuses on Thunderers. Like, I don't think there's a Thunderer-focused buffing character. So that would be Grim Burlixon's thing. Like, Grim Burlixon is all about buffing the living snot. Could be buffing all about, you know, taking your Thunderers to the next edge. As far as, but granted, when you look at like units we're missing, the units that we're missing for dwarfs we're missing the Shard Dragon, the Runic Guardians. Those are like the two big things, and then everything from there is kind of like you could just sort of fill things in as you need. So it's like, oh, we could do miners with steam drills, or we could do some kind of like land train type thing, or we could do I don't know. I'd have to sit down. I know I've got like a page of notes somewhere that details some various options. Okay, let's get the Rune of Slowness up and running. I think any of those would be fine. Grim Burlington riding on a shard dragon named Maelstrom. I mean, to be fair, that's about as reasonable in my opinion as freaking Lokir Felhar running around on a goddamn dragon named stupid dragon named Maelstrom. About as good as that one is, so I feel like, I mean, I don't see why not. Okay, yeah. But anyway, will questions related to chaos in general be allowed for next Lordbeards? I mean, you can ask whatever kind of question you want using like the kind of super chat type system or the tip system, unless we like get to the end of the stream and like just have some free time, which we can just grab some random chats. That being said, I would say that next stream we are going to be talking a lot about chaos.
Seeking knowledge.
We're going to be talking a lot about chaos. We're going to be talking a lot about lizardmen, high elves, dwarfs. Those are all going to be pretty heavy on the docket. So we can get a Thane. Ooh, an agile thing is actually really good. Grimnir's really good. I think agile's really good.
Joins the Red Host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
A little off topic, but I have been wondering, do the other main 4 Chaos Gods have a favored enemy like Slunch and the Elves?
No, they don't. Well, you could argue, actually, that in the newer lore that we have, that Tzeentch has a very strong, like, for Grand Cathay. Tzeentch seems to have a pretty major boner for Cathay, in the new lore. So I would say Tzeentch and Cathay are like that. Nurgle, the other two not as much. Khorne has always been treated much more, I think, of as a generalist, so to speak. And I would definitely say that that uses too much money. I would definitely say, actually I could save 10% if I wait a turn. That Nurgle, like, you could argue Nurgle has a bit of a thing against the dwarfs, but that's more of like Kugoth specifically as opposed to all of Nurgle. And Khorne just is just whatever. Laughing God, I want a dwarf queen for Total War so bad. It'd be great. I would love a dwarf queen. I think the best thing we could get, I don't think we're gonna get a dwarf queen. I don't think that's possible, because that would require a new character essentially to get made. Kimry, do I want to go to war with Kimry right now? Not particularly. Into the book. All right, so now we can focus on this. But I want to deal with these nerds first. One problem at a time, beardlings. One problem at a time. We are not Umgi. We don't just rush into battle without thinking. A proper Dawi takes his time. Drunken Mr. Ironlung and Sir Fire, good to see you both. Hope you're doing well. Sign of the Emperor. Final Fantasy 14 is a number of collabs / crossovers of the game. Stormblood is a permanent one with Monster Hunter World where you can fight Rathalos and get it as a mount. Oh, of course they do. They've had a crossover event with Final Fantasy 15 and 16. Well, those make sense, most of those, because like they're all RPGs or similar types of games. I feel like the Total War franchise is a pretty out there request. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that's in a very different category. Oh, I want the rune stones. I want it. If I wait one turn, I can afford it. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance of us getting a dwarf queen unit or legendary lord. However, what I do think is distinctly possible is for us to get a lady dwarf character. I think if we get dwarf rune priests as a new hero type, I think the rune priests could be rune priests of Valea, and they are lady dwarfs, and we could finally have an official lady dwarf unit. GW, much to actually my genuine shock, like very pleasantly so, but much to my genuine shock, Games Workshop actually very bluntly is coming out for 4th edition Age of Sigmar, and has already announced that they're going to be doing a bunch of new lady dwarfs for the Fire Slayers, because it used to be, if you go read any of the Fire Slayer lore, any of it, leading up to 4th edition, the Fire Slayers are very heavily portrayed as a hardcore patriarchal society, like very, very men focused. But as the lore got older and older, it started to drift a little bit and change. And as it was changing, we started getting more exceptions. So like, instead of just saying rune sons, we started saying rune daughters. And it felt like they were kind of like feeling out if there would be like people interested in buying the minis. And all of the rune daughter stuff ended up being really, really popular. So, but they have flat out come out and said that, okay, yeah, so it's no longer a I think it's still mostly patriarchal, but instead of it being where you get you get rune sons, now you get rune sons and rune daughters, and instead of rune fathers, they've confirmed that there are fire queens. They're not called rune mothers. I think they're called fire queens. So yeah, and we got our first official lady fire slayers with the Warcry box. But it seems extremely likely that they're about to be publishing a lot of Lady Dwarf models, which is really, really exciting. Because it's gonna open like so many more ideas for the range. But yeah, for dwarfs, getting a Rune Priestess of Valea would make me so happy. It would make me so happy. Yeah, I really think, you know, the more I think about it, the more I think that, funny enough, I don't know if I want Bugman or Burlixon as a Lord more. That is so hard to choose from. Because it's like, well, the only unit that doesn't really have, like, Legendary Lord representation are, like, the smaller arms Black Powder units, like Thunderers and all that type of stuff. And if you went with Grim Burlixon, you could have, like, a really nice engineering focus. And he, like, a lot of the newer units would probably be engineering coded. So he would do, like, really, really well with that. Because, like, outside, like, but then a part of my brain's like, well, no, because, like, that would make him really similar to Malachi. And Joseph Bugman would be way more interesting because he's, like, a ranger character. So he would have, like, a big focus on, like, he'd have a big focus on, like, using a crossbow, and he could still buff those units, or alternatively, they could give, like, a lot of the buffs to, like, Quarrelers and Rangers to him, and replace those buffs on Belagar with guns, to, like, you know, balance that out a bit or whatever. Like, and then with Bugman, you also have a Ranger Legendary Lord who's much more about, like, moving around and seeking revenge about his brewery, and he's got, like, a little bit more of an interesting story to tell. And because he's, like, Bugman is treated almost kind of like an ancestor spirit in and of himself. Like, he's very mysterious, and he's got, like, some weird powers and stuff with his like, his Stein. So you could go with the idea that, like, he's this wandering individual who almost has more of, like, he's, like, out there finding the lost and forgotten things of the Dwarf Empire, and, like, bringing things to his side that haven't been seen in, like, you know, so many years. So you're like, oh, you get access. That's why he's got, like, the Runic Guardians and the Shard Dragon, and he's got, like, these really weird things in his list, because he's out there, like, out from the holds, and he's finding, like, all sorts of weird and bizarre creatures to bring to his side. So he has, like, a really unique flair, compared to, like, the other characters, which also makes for a really fun character design. And it's like, and then Grim Burlixon would make for, like, a really nice legendary hero, because he's just, like, a super crazy badass engineer that could just buff the fuck out of, like, literally everything in your army, which would be really nice. And that would let, like, the Rune Priestesses of Valea be, like, your generic unit that has access to, like, some healing and buff mechanics, but, like, really nice support and healing. And then Bugman is your Lord, who's got, like, super hardcore healing with his Stein, and that allows his healing to be, like, really strong without him being overpowered, because if he was a hero and he had really strong healing, that might be too strong. But if he was just if he's a Lord, then you can't have, like, you know, you can't stack him in, like, multiplayer and stuff, so he's not as bad. There's a lot of stuff you can go on there and there. Necromancer Cobalt, how's So Tech? Hope your campaigns goes well. Just started Belagar 1 last night. Any tips, especially for fighting Warzag and Queek? Yes, the biggest, honest to goodness, the biggest tip for dwarfs for Belagar, in my opinion, is to run it, you know, probably run all 4 of your ghosts in one army that just, like, kicks the shit out of everything in front of it. Typically the way I like to run Belagar is that I tend to like to focus on having one really solid army, And then from there, you're able to like expand as you get the funds for it. But there are two routes you can generally go, which is that you can do more of the slow, steady route, where you kind of build up your empire as you go, and you worry about, you know, you worry about like trying to build up your forces, and the big thing that I'm trying to get around to is that the red skills on your skill tree. That's where I was trying to go with that, and I kept like getting distracted because I'm doing a battle and I can't talk and play very well at the same time. I would very much say that going up the red skill tree really fast with Belagar and your characters is really, really good. Especially if you're like genuinely just running like really, really cheap troops, and your goal is to just make your army as efficient as possible. Then getting in your skill tree and running up the skills that allow you to like really buff the hell out of your dwarf warriors and your longbeards. That's going to put you in a really good happy place. Whereas, you know, if you're focusing on, which you may not want to do that with Belagar, because you may be like, oh, well, I want to build up to a more elite army of like iron breakers and hammers and stuff, in which case, you know, you can focus instead on just buffing like your ranged units. But I find that with Belagar, I prefer to have like cheaper armies that I spec well into nice buffs. But the ghost characters can allow you to get away with some really nice shenanigans. As far as like being able to kick the shit out of armies that feel like they would otherwise be insurmountable, which is really nice. So, you know, that's worth keeping in mind. Okay, so we clear out the center, so I need to go support on my flanks. Okay, Thane's kicking his ass. Good job, Thane. Alright, chase them off so they don't come back.
The clans unite! Dowie marksmen! Shoot the Wazzacks! Iron breakers!
Actually, let's bring our iron breakers around this way. Our runesmith's just going out on a journey there.
Casting the runes! Strike!
More armor for the lads!
Take them down!
These Urk will never penetrate proper Dowie steel.
Fire on the foe! Dwarf warriors! Quarrelers! Thoric Ironbrow! Will do! Aye! Quarrelers!
These Urk were bigger in my day. They don't make them like they used to.
Dwarf warriors! For the ancestor gods! Move to attack! Valia bless our aid! Shoot the wizards!
These goblins, these Groby are proper weedy.
Master of runecraft! Quick about it! They have wronged us!
I've seen halflings that look more threatening.
Quarrelers! Thoric Ironbrow! Off we go! Drain the Urks!
Okay, we do want to kill the war boss if we can.
There be no mercy! Oath and
Because if we can bring down, because the war boss is by himself, so if he dies, that is genuinely helpful.
Kill Urks! Quarrelers! I Gromney!
Hey, eat that rune of slowness, boy. I'll let my Thane haul ass down here. We're out of ammo on everything. I mean, I guess that's how you know you killed a lot of greenskins, is when you're just completely out of ammo on everything.
How exactly does the shape-shifting powers of vampires work in Warhammer? Are all vampires able to shapeshift?
No.
Does their personality/bloodline change the range of forms they can shift into?
Yes. So shapeshifting is a vampiric power. So it is something that certain kinds of vampires are able to do. It is usually an expression of their bloodline, and not necessarily it's not a spell. It is an expression of their vampiric powers, which you could argue is spell-like. But it allows them to transform into a creature, often based on their lineage. So Lamians, for instance, turn into cats. Von Karsteins turn into bats, or wolves. That being said, it is a power that can, to my understanding, theoretically it could be learned, or it could be, you know how we kind of talked about that, like when you're dealing with like the stories of Manfred von Karstein. There's a whole thing with Manfred where he went around like getting all of the other like tracking down the other bloodlines and feeding on them so that he could acquire like a bunch of different powers and abilities to make himself like the ultimate vampire, where he's got like, you know, he's got all the different bits of Exodia. The same thing generally seems to exist for like just vampires in general. So the idea that that a vampire could theoretically track down a von Karstein and receive a blood kiss from them, or have some kind of transmission, and then through that, or through studying with them, or however you want to wing it, learns to acquire the ability to transform into a bat, or into a wolf. And same thing with the Lamian, and learning to turn into a cat. Good hit, Thoric. Nice. Okay, dead Gobbo. Very good, very good. So, that being said, it is not something that all vampires can do. It is a power that comes from within, as opposed to like a spell being cast. The von Karsteins are the best at it. Like, they are by far the best. Where you have, there are von Karsteins who have been able to turn into mist. They've been able to turn into wolves. They've been able to turn into bats. Von Karsteins are like fucking amazing at the whole transform into something else and get away trick compared to everybody else. Lamians are very good at turning into cats. That is definitely their forte. I don't believe the other three bloodlines are very well known for transforming into anything. Like that is not a skill set that I believe is particularly well associated with them. Doesn't mean they can't do it. You know, you will find exceptions. All, you know, everywhere you look. But generally speaking, yeah. Wrath and Ruin! Scion, thank you for the super chat, my dude. One thing I unironically love from the end times is Malekith and Tyrion, the Dark Lord becoming the hero he always should have been, the shining champion falling to the darkness due to finally succumbing to his curse. I agree, ultimately. I don't mind, really, or even despise. I do think it's the way the story has always been building up to, and the way it was going to go down. In a sense, I still don't think it was handled well. Like, the way they got us from the Tyrion and Malekith we have at the end of 8th edition to the Tyrion and Malekith that we have at the end of Cain, I don't think they did a very good job at writing that particular storyline. And they bumbled a lot of it. And then, of course, they completely fucked it all up when they resurrected Tyrion for the last part. Because resurrecting Tyrion made the entire story pointless. It took all the teeth out of it. Nice, we got the Spark Gem. So I was always like really irritated about that. Like the second they resurrected Tyrion, they made everything that happened in Kane just completely fucking pointless, which was really disappointing to me. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, once you, I'll do that in a minute actually. Okay, so that faction is yeah. Okay, the Arachnos faction is dead. Cool. So now I can start turning my attention to Skaven and it's so weird that Maroc is part of this province. To Skaven and other shenanigans. All right.
Brungni's will. Iron will.
Have I played SOVL? I have no idea what that is. Sobble? Alexander, what is your 3 most top wanted characters that I hope will make it into the game? Right now, it's Chalkox is definitely number 1. I need Chalkox in my life. Like, just imagining his animations and everything. Like, oh my sweet dog, give me Chalkox. See, someone wants me to name this unit the Old Guard. You got it.
Tried and tested.
Yeah, give me that obsidian.
Master Rune Lord.
Yeah, I do want to take the fight to Manfred sooner rather than later, but let's go ahead and secure Granite Massive. We can ambush stance. We can go ahead and get exotic critters, and I really want to get improved blasting charges sooner rather than later. Okay, so we got the Spark Gem, which gives us the Yoked Carnosaur. By the way, anyone that's like, oh, I don't like the Shard Dragon, if you're okay with the Yoked Carnosaur, then you're okay with the Shard Dragon, and I won't hear any bitching. Quit your bitching. All right, let's go ahead and start grabbing some nice little runes, because I like to have lots of runes. So let's get the Rune of Fury.
User donated $35.
Man, this has been happening, and it's super weird. So I talked about this on Twitter. There is someone, or a group of someones, or someone using a bot that has been very actively,
if you want something done right,
on like a fairly regular basis,
Rune Lord.
coming in and just donating $35. Like, they did it literally like 12 times over the last like 2 or 3 days. And what's super weird is that there's no message, there's no name. So like, even in PayPal, it just shows up as like dashes. And I don't like it because to me it feels like a scam, or like it feels like someone's trying to like send a lot of money and then hoping that I'll take it, and then they can try and do like a chargeback to like try and fuck me over. So I just refunded all of them because I was like, yeah, no thank you. Like, there's a part of me, I think it's like if you wait like 80 days or 90 days or something, there's like a timeout for like they can't do chargebacks after that point. So like I'm tempted to just leave it and not mess with it for like 90 days. But I think the smart thing to do is just to keep refunding them. Though I should probably contact PayPal and be like, I don't know who this person is,
On we go.
and they're not stopping, and it's weird, and I don't like it. So I'll probably need to send them a message here soon. Okay, so we've got the Longbeard building, which is nice, because it does let us recruit Longbeards. I can afford Granite Massive next turn.
The runes of wrath and ruin strike for you.
Okay, Scarbrand wants to start a fight. That's fine. Can you block anonymous donations? I don't think I can. Oh, anyway, so to answer your super chat, top 3 characters for me would be, I would want Chakax the Eternity Warden, Zacharias the Ever-Living,
I'm listening.
and like, oh man, one more character, Galrach. That's a good mix. Yeah, those would probably be my top 3 right now. Yeah, those would be my top 3.
Ronriki! As good as done. If you want something done right,
you gotta do it yourself. All right.
wolves never tire.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn our attention to. I'm still annoyed they haven't added a Arcane Fulcrum. So like the Death Gorge is supposed to give you the Pillar of Bone landmark for all factions. They don't have one for the dwarfs, which makes me really irritated because the dwarfs could use Arcane Fulcrums in tabletop. It's how you use like the big Uber runes. It's like, so they should add that for us, for dwarves. And it could be really nice because they could just make it where like it gives you a bunch of oath gold, which would be super nice. Razor Dragon Tail, good to see you. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Would I want Chakax as a Lord of Hero? Hero. God, no. I would be super upset. I would be super upset. If they came out and made fucking Chakax the Eternity Warden into a goddamn Lord. I would be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why? Who did this? Who would make this bad of a decision? Are you trying to hurt me? Are you trying to hurt me? Anyway, let's see. Sanctuary is really good. Stoicism's pretty good. I don't have any more artillery pieces right now. I think I'll take the Rune Battle. That's gonna be best for dealing with Khorne.
Always our best.
Give us some anti-infantry. Come here, madling! Oh, you avoided my ambush. Is there a book about the von Karstein's lore? Yeah, there's the Vampire Wars trilogy. I don't know how accurate it is. Funny enough, I actually haven't read it yet. I have it on my shelf, but I haven't gotten around to reading it. I hear it's pretty good. Like, pretty decent. I don't believe it has any huge issues. Okay, I think in light of this, I would like to put the Rune of... 37... Actually, it'd probably be best to put Rune of Battle on our Iron Breakers and then Rune of Stoicism on our Longbearers. That's probably gonna be the best choice. I just feel like fighting a lot of battles today. I just like blowing shit up with dwarfs. Lore fact, another vampire question for you then. If you became the head of the productions of the old world and were in the position to write about the other 2 bloodlines, what would you do to make their main abilities and gimmicks to separate them from the other 5? So Awohi 3, I would only develop the Jade-Blooded. I would heavily develop the Jade-Blooded vampires. I would lean really heavily into them being a Vampire Coast official faction, but obviously I would also give them like a lot of non-coast things. But the big thing I would do for the Jade-Blooded vampires is that I would want to have a big sit down with so if I was in charge of the old world, what I would do is I would first tell my guys, hey, I want you to go out and track down a good number of writers, and I want you to go track me down a couple of writers and also a couple of historians that are really, really good at Chinese, Japanese, and Southeastern Asian myths and legends, because I want to know everything there is to know about the undead from those parts of the world. So I want to know, like, I want to know what the Japanese do with the undead. I want to know what the Chinese do with the undead, the Vietnamese, Indonesians, everybody. I want to know what all of them do with the undead. And then we're going to take that and we're going to find out what parts we can successfully recycle and Warhammerify for our setting, and we're gonna just port those over. Not like 1-to-1, but we're gonna jury rig them a little bit to fit them in as best we can. So I want you to go out and find a bunch of people that are really knowledgeable about those topics and bring them back to me, so that they can help us write all this shit. You know, like the equivalent of like sensitivity writers, like people that actually know the shit and grew up in those cultures and have a good understanding of it. And I want you to bring them back to me so we can like get all this shit figured out. Then I would be like, also, we are going to, like, non-negotiable, we are going to take that super duper duper famous pirate queen from Chinese history, and she is going to be our big bad of the Jade-Blooded Vampires. And we're going to have a whole thing about how she knew Herakte and was like Herakte's favored, and then something happened to Herakte where he dies and is no longer around, and she takes over the bloodline, but she controls the bloodline from the oceans and has like a whole rivalry and big bad relationship going with Yin Yin, while meanwhile we're gonna have there being like a whole bunch of Jade-Blooded Vampires who live internally in Grand Cathay that don't listen to her. They don't like her. They're like, she like, you know, she is like Herakte's bitch, and Herakte never should have like handed over power to her, and you should have handed over power to me. So you have like all this really fun, like all these schemings and politics and like all these really nasty back and forth between different vampiric factions, and that allows us to have some of the Jade-Blooded Vampires being these much more like internal factions that pull much more heavily from like your standard myths when it comes to like the undead of those cultures. And then we also have our Vampire Coast themed undead that get access to a lot of the Vampire Coast units and stuff. So you kind of have two rosters within one. So the Jade-Blooded Vampires get to expand. They get to expand the vampire counts and the Vampire Coast simultaneously, instead of just one or the other. And then in addition to that, you go, okay, now that we've done that, you know, we will hash out all the characters and how they interact with all the different aspects of Cathay and like how long they've been there and their history. We're gonna do a whole storytelling about how Vlad von Karstein came over at one point, and like Vlad von Karstein, like, you know, knew Herakte, and we had all those interesting interactions there. And then once we did that, I would look at the last bloodline, and I would say, and the last bloodline, we're gonna do something cheeky. We're gonna do something cheeky here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about Matt Mises. We're gonna talk about how he went south into the Southlands and the jungles, but we are not gonna make a faction out of it. We want to leave Matt Mises kind of, I think I would want to leave Matt Mises quite vague and off the table. That way, for the moment, he can serve as, if someone wants to make their own bloodline, they kind of can, but there would be an exception. There would be a very big, fat exception. And the very big, fat exception is that if the rest of Games Workshop ever does what I really want them to do, and they come out and start making Southlands humans. So they start making like human tribes, human civilizations, human cultures for the Southlands that live like in the jungles and stuff that are very heavily inspired or draw a lot of inspiration and building from things like various African cultures and like the Zulu Empire and a lot of the mythologies around there. Then we could turn our attention, once we do that and we're like, okay, we're committed to doing that, the next step is that we would turn our attention to looking at that and saying, okay, is there anything here that we can use for the undead? Like, do they have any really big myths on undead and vampires and that kind of stuff? And if they do, then we can explore fleshing out Matt Macy's. If they don't, which I'm pretty sure they do, and if they did, then we just say, okay, cool, then that's what we'll do with Matt Macy's. And once we finish with that, we would include some bits about how, there's myths and rumors about someone trying to recreate Neferata's elixir to leave the door open for if people want to make their own vampire bloodlines. Yeah, I think that would be that would be the direction I would personally go with it. You don't have to agree, but someone asked me what I would do, and that's what I would do. That would be my plan. One more rune goodness and money. Signing the Infer, how bad would it be if a primal summoning existed in Warhammer? You'd probably have Gork and Mork showing up every single week, and I imagine Kane at least once a year on Death Knight. I mean, I would argue that primal summoning technically does exist in Warhammer, but it doesn't summon gods. It summons things like, well, kind of summons gods. But there are things like that that do exist. But they're summoning things like demon princes or greater demons. Like, there are things like that. And they are really bad. They're super bad. Like, if you play, like, a really good example is there was an incident where we don't know why he did it, but there was an incident where Drakenfels did something for whatever reason and was compelled to essentially he basically unleashed a big tidal wave of demons from his castle, and we don't know why he did it. He just did it. The big thing with that is that the summoning of demons is essentially primal summoning. It just matters on the scale of the demon, which the primals in Final Fantasy it's kind of hard to gauge because, like, they get their shit kicked in so fast by the player character. But I would say they're probably on par with, like, a really notable, like, a good size greater demon summoning. Like, a greater demon being summoned into reality is about on par with a primal summoning. Or like a demon prince.
Right,
I'm really tempted to go punch him in the face. I don't know if I can. I'm pretty sure I can beat Scarbrand. Oh, especially if I get me some new runes. Nice. Rune of Courage could be really good. Ooh, Ancestor rune's really nice. Yeah, give me that. Oh my god, you get runes so fast with Thorek. It's so nice. Alright, come here, you big bitch.
Kumshima cheered. AX200. You are the first YouTuber appeared in my dream. You're at my workplace and my co-worker give you a Karanak mini W twist today's head and you like it.
You're the first YouTuber that's ever appeared in my dream. You're at my workplace, and my coworker gave you a Karanak mini with a Custodes head, and you liked it. What? What? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. I mean, if anybody gave me a mini, if anybody ever gave me a mini, it does not matter what the mini is, I would be very grateful, because building and painting a mini is such hard work, and it's such a pain in the ass, and it's really time consuming and all that other shit. I would be immensely grateful if anyone ever gave me a mini, regardless of what it is. Now, I will say, if someone gave me a Karak mini with custody heads, I would have several questions, but I would still accept the mini. Now, if it was that... Now, correct me if I'm misunderstanding, but if it was that Karak is eating the heads of a custodes, I think I would have loved that. I think that would make me... I would find that extremely amusing, and very fun and topical, and I'd be like, nice. But if I'm understanding... Yeah, instead of dog heads, they're custody heads. Yeah, I would have so many questions. I would have so many questions. The number one, of course, being, why? Why would you make this? Are you okay? Do you need help? Are you mentally well? Even a Kabanda mini? Yeah, I'd love a Kabanda mini. Damn thing would be huge.
Mr. Shipyard cheered. X200.
I've seen the Kabanda mini. It's gorgeous.
Okay, it is decided. Going to get Sateka Kremlo mini. You will get him and love him.
If you got and painted a Kremlo mini, I would be extremely excited to receive it. And a Kremlo mini would go right up on my display shelf with all my other stuff. Especially Kremlo. I don't think Kremlo has a place in modern Warhammer Fantasy, but Kremlo is part of the history of Warhammer Fantasy, and because of that, I think he's like, I love Kremlo for what he used to be. I just don't think he really works in the modern day without some really serious rejigging. Like, if you made Kremlo into a skink, you could make him work pretty easily, but as a Slon, he just does not make any sense. I still get, I'm not going to say who it is, but I still get a little salty sometimes when I think about, like, there was a VTuber that I really liked, technically two of them, and, like, I was like, oh, they're going to be at a convention in Dallas, which is, like, right next to me, so, like, I don't know, I've never really been to conventions, so I guess I could go over there and, like, say hi and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'll bring gifts. That's pretty customary when you meet like someone you admire their work. You know, you bring them like a little gift or whatever. And man, it was awkward. It was so weird. It was so weird, and I like regretted it almost immediately. Where it was like, I could tell I just gave a mini to someone that has no appreciation for it whatsoever. This was a mistake. But you live and learn. It could just be that they were really awkward. It could just be that they were just very awkward people, which is very possible. Like, I don't know, I come from a background where, like, I am really good at pretending that I am extremely comfortable in any situation. Like, I can turn it on. Like, I can turn on a part of my brain where I'm, like, extremely social. And, like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, all this stuff. Because, like, I grew up basically being in, like, a program thing where I was like one of the best at what I did and got to meet with like tons of people, and it was drilled into me like etiquette for meeting with like fans. Like that shit was like beat into me.
Master of Runecraft.
Big risk way to give away a Slanesh mini. No, I gave... So, some people in chat are going to hate me for this, because they're going to be like, why would you give away something so amazing and so precious? No, I gave the person in question a White Lion Chariot mini from the High Elf range. Because they seemed like they were kinda, sorta, maybe, possibly getting into Warhammer. And I was like, oh, this person, I just know this person's really gonna like high elves. Like I can just look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a high elf person. So I was like, all right, I will. God damn it, guys! No, no! Fuck you, Scarbrand! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Oh God! Wow, my Thane just got absolutely lambasted. Oh God! Oh wow, that's very painful.
Now, withdraw!
God, I hate Scarbrand.
It is an order.
Kill him! Kill him!
Come on! Go out! This won't misfire! Done, gone!
My back line was too close to my front line on that one.
Thoric Ironbrow! Let the vengeance begin!
Oh my God. God, these Corn Furies take like 1,000 fucking years to die. Would I rather Southlands or Nagarothi humans? Southlands. Definitely Southlands. I feel like a lot of people are not necessarily a fan of it, but I really feel pretty strongly that what do you call it? The Centaurs could be done really well to represent a Nagaroth race, instead of just doing Nagaroth humans. Honestly, I feel like doing the Centaurs would be easier than doing Centaurs. Centaurs, or Nagarothi humans would be super. They're one of the actually kind of rare cases, I think, where having a human-based culture would make it more tricky, not less tricky. It's the whole thing's just tricky. Once again, don't know how agreed that opinion would be, but that is my opinion on the topic. Okay, good. Okay, we are stabilizing. We are stabilizing. We've almost got all the Furies off the field. Scarbrand is dead. My brave Dawi are reinforcing. You get these spoilers out. Dude, that rune smith is holding the line. Set up an explosion right on top of me. Ba-boom!
Let the vengeance begin! We demand blood! Let the vengeance begin! Charge! Vengeance!
Reinforce! Reinforce! Okay, I think all the Furies are dead.
Miners! Kill them!
Oh, that runesmith is in big trouble.
Warriors! Kazul!
Thoric's hanging in there. I don't know if I can get. I don't know if he can run away in time. I'm gonna try and get him out of there. I'm pretty sure he's gonna die, but that thing needs to go. If we could bring down the Blood Throne, I think we'll win. But that is not gonna be easy.
Casting the runes.
Oh, that's so many fucking demons. Bring it down! Bring it down! No, not the runesmith! Oh, those sons of bitches.
Master of runecraft.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Like we're popping them. Slowly but surely we're popping them.
Strike out! Move now! It is a reckoning! Strike out!
Let's get rid of this little unit here.
Missiles ready! It is a reckoning!
There are 2 bloodletters in that unit.
Wrong is well!
I guess I'll just buff myself. Reinforce! Reinforce!
Charge! Quarrelers! Let the vengeance begin!
Focus fire! Kill the demons!
Dwarf warriors! Ready to strike! It is a reckoning! Aye! Quarrelers! The clans unite! Iron breakers! Hit your targets well! Withdraw!
We had a really bad engagement at the beginning.
Withdraw!
I may redo this one. Because I'm pretty sure we could win. We got a really bad engagement. Because I didn't make sure that my quarrelers were far enough back. Alright. We'll try this one more time. I underestimated how long the range on Scarbrand's I fucked up the range on Scarbrand's what do you call it?
Shameful display!
Shameful display! His whatever mechanic. His oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. Whatever his thing does that pisses people off. Rampage, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that Rampage aura was a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Peasant!
I'm wondering, I really hate this particular deployment. Because, like, I want to be further back, but I can't be any further back without there being, like, shit in the way. So I guess we're just going to be as far back as we can while maintaining this hill. But we got to make sure our front line is, like, way further up. We also probably need to do a little bit more of like a box formation. That way, if anything like attacks us, we're able to... Actually, nah, it's probably better to be a little more spread out. That way, if something like attacks one of my units, I can kind of reinforce it. We want to keep one unit in the back to deal with Furies. And then we want Ironbreaker, and then we want a big old line of dwarfs that are a little bit apart. Where's my Longbeard? We want Longbeards. I think we want to be a little further apart than we were. And we also want, I think, miners on the absolute extreme flanks so they're not near Scarbrand. So they will throw their blasting charges. I also think we want to keep our runesmiths relatively close together. I think we want to keep our hero squad pretty close together, so they're reinforcing one another. How about you go? I think this is going to work a bit better for us. Definitely want to get rid of the Chaos Warriors. Actually, no, I think we want to focus the demons. Last time we focused the Chaos Warriors, but I'm not that worried about the Chaos Warriors. I think we can... I don't know. That is a lot of armor. And they are, like, really packed together. God, I wish I had a unit of bolt throwers. A unit of bolt throwers would be so fucking nice. That was a really good volley. Damn. All right. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and tell our melee forces, -2, to scoot up a decent bit to make sure our ranged units are really not that close. And I also want to think, yeah, so that'll work better. And we want to have Thorak a little closer to the front, because what we really want to do is we want to catch Scarbrand out immediately with the Rune of Slowness. Like, when Scarbrand gets close, anywhere close to that 100 meters, we need to be, like, on him. Last time, I did not use that rune fast enough, and he was basically on top of us before I could cast it. Which is not good. That's obviously not what we want. Gante, it's good to see you. And Servant Sin, yes, I will name a Dragon Slayer that once we get one. Yeah, we'll be able to recruit Thunderers soon, which will be nice. And I gotta say, the Grudge Raker with the exploding ammo absolutely minces Chaos Warriors. Like, good lord, it is obliterating the shit out of them. Alright, here he comes. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and be a little aggressive with our miners here and see if we can kind of make absolutely sure we get off some healthy blasting charges. Okay, we're gonna tell all of our spoilers here to aim. It's about halfway to us. Okay, let's switch on to these bloodletters. Okay, good. Y'all got a really nice volley in. That's good. Okay, here he comes. We're gonna tell them to be kind of aggressive. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Iron Breakers are gonna start throwing blasting charges. You're gonna throw blasting charges. And we're gonna make sure we get our money's worth. Ah, yeah, there we go. There's the money shot. Warriors, we're gonna charge where we can. Okay, good. That was way better. I'm gonna pop another rune of slowness on him so he stays over there. Oh, those warriors are getting absolutely munched on. Okay, that went so much better. That went so much better. Okay, Scarbrand's dead. Okay, great. So now we're gonna start focusing on popping all the different units of Furies. We're gonna send Thorican to go fight over here. Runesmith's gonna go fight over here. Thane's gonna help. Okay, yep, now we just start popping demons. Oh my god, that went so much better than last time. We're gonna tell these spoilers to switch to melee and defend themselves as best they can. Grudge Thrower, we're gonna aim over this way. Warriors, go support. Okay, we're just gonna clean up these flanks one at a time. Thork's gonna drop a big fat Rune of Wrath and Ruin. We start focusing the character. We're gonna do a bit of a damage or a fighty buff here. Tell our lads to fight hard. Alright, we're gonna start mincing some demons. You're doing good, lads! You're doing good! Yeah, getting that good engage. Okay, we don't need the Dwarf Warriors here. We're in the Dwarf Warriors over this way. Getting that good engage on Scarbrand was everything we needed. That was everything we needed. That was so much easier. That was ridiculously easy compared to the last one. Good job, lads! Good job, lads! Alright, yeah, that was no problem. Alright, now we'll just clean up what we can. This isn't Elden Ring. No, it is not. I definitely want to play through Elden Ring at some point, but not yet. Dwarf should have a chariot unit? No. No. No.
Vengeance! Get 'em all! Get moving! Aye!
No. No.
Step to it!
No.
By the Lear's will, it is an order! Will of iron!
Alright, make sure we chop down all these warriors.
The anvil's might! Thoric Ironbrow! We'll guard it! Vengeance! Slay the oath breakers! Range far, range fast! Pump those dwarfen legs! And
Now you can throw your grenades. Grenade!
Iron breakers!
You know what? We'll sit back on this one because I don't want to get blown up on my own siege weapon.
skill.
If I would live in a dwarf hole, which one would I live in and why and what profession? Also question for everybody else.
X100. They could get throne bearers without anyone on as the infantry speed chariot.
I mean, I feel like that would count as more cavalry than a chariot, but I guess if you want to look at shield bearers as a chariot, okay. Yeah, I would say for me, I would definitely live in Karak, just because it's the hold that's never fallen. So, you know, it'll be the best place that I can live for as long as I can. As for what I would want my job to be, I don't know, I'd probably want to be a lore keeper. You know, be in charge of all the books and all that good stuff. Take care of things. I could also see being a goat herder that like takes care of the goat herds that like live on like the upper mountaintops and stuff would also be pretty fun. I mean, the only thing you really have to worry about are like wyverns and chimeras and stuff, but that would be pretty rare. But I think Karak for the most part would be pretty nice. Do I want replacements or ransom captive? Ah, nice, we got our anvil. And we got that Scarbrand buff, which is so sexy. Begone, filth! Nice. So now I can get... What is Locust Power again? Oh, that makes enemy spellcasters explode. This one is the same thing, which is not super helpful right now.
Tech 27 SS cheered. X100. Should the Dawi get the steam engine kind of like the wagons for the Empire?
They could. Honestly, one of the units that I've seen kind of brought up that I think could actually work okay is the beer pony. It's an old mini, but it's not that ridiculous. Or I think it's the beer cart, but it's literally like a little pony drawn cart that has like a bunch of kegs of beer on it. So you could have like a bunch of kegs of Budmans that just provides like a bunch of buffs. It's goofy as shit looking, but I don't think it's any goofier than like war wagons. Like, especially I think if Total War were to take an actual crack at it, they could make something that looks reasonable. It isn't just like super dumb. But it also might just turn out super dumb. But I'd be down to at least see it attempted. But yeah, you could go with some kind of like steam carriage. Oh no, I don't want to go that far.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Thorek. I'm sorry. Yes, upgrade Karak Zorn, please. We got Krokar coming down the chute.
If you want something done right.
How bad do you think an interaction between Thoric and Altharion the Grim would go? It would definitely be pretty bad. It would definitely be pretty fucking bad. I would personally classify both Thorgrim and Altharion the Grim. Or sorry, Thoric. I would classify Thoric and Altharion the Grim as professional racists. To make it very clear how I think that interaction would go. They are both competitive racists. You know, they take a very particular form of pride to that. Yeah, I think dwarves could get away with a shard dragon, a beer cart. Though the beer cart would not be offensive. It'd be like the Grail Relic, where like its whole purpose is just as a buff piece. But I could see a sort of like steam train, steam wagon type setup. The bowman died. Really? That was quick. All right.
For glory's past, axes up.
I'll have at ye, demon! Ooh, magical attacks. That's actually really fucking good for what we're going up against. Okay, let's drop the Rune of Stoicism and replace that with the Lichbone Pennant. And then let's put Rune of Stoicism... this guy's unbreakable. Let's just slap that on one of our Dwarf Shield units. Is this a land battle or is this a actual settlement? I think it's a land battle, right? No, it's a settlement. No, it is a land battle. It's just a funky ass one. Wait, no. Is this a settlement battle? I thought settlement battles were supposed to show capture zones. Do they not show capture points now? What's my favorite Skaven faction? Clan Pestilence. Not even close. Clan Pestilence is my favorite by like a lot. You want to see it? Yeah, I kind of want to see it too. Just to double check. I think it's a settlement battle. It just wasn't showing the capture zones, which is weird. There, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I guess they don't show up. I guess the settlements don't show up on, or the capture zones don't show up on the preview screen. I saw in Games Workshop store Warhammer World dioramas. Have I ever seen anything like that? I mean, they do a lot of dioramas. I haven't heard of them selling dioramas. That would be new. Can I hide these miners so that they can, like, sneak up on this place? No, I can't deploy in this forest, can I?
For the ancestors!
No, life's not that easy. All right, I'm just gonna do the classic dwarf tactic of just absolutely obliterating everything in my path on my way in. Because when in doubt, dwarf smash. What would be the best route in? I think we'll just go in this way. Yeah, I think this way would be best. Actually, Thane, you go with the Ritzman. Thorak should be fine by himself. Oh, that's cheeky. They actually put barriers in the way. Very nice of them.
Out, lads! For the ancestor gods! For the ancestors!
Shouldn't have done that.
Ready to serve! Casting the runes! Warriors! Killers! What? Strike the runes!
You're gonna come out and fight me? Okay. Oh, that's cute. You don't need to get in there.
Let the vengeance begin! Be it ready! Age, wealth, and skill! Oath and steel!
Better pick a side! Better pick a side! Boom! Delicious.
I accept your offering for Molder Clan.
Effie donated $10. Here have $10 for the finest Bugman's Ale. Thank you for your YouTube content.
Oh, well, thank you.
I often play your lore series in the background whilst playing that particular race. I am also a fellow Dawi enjoyer ever since I got my 3,000 points Dwarf army, although...
Oh no, cut off. Oh, all those years ago. Well, awesome. Well, first of all, thank you very much. Second of all, I am glad you too enjoy the finer aspects of Dawi culture. That is quite good. And thank you very much for the $10 tip. I really appreciate it. Dwarfs are some pretty good shit. Alright, let's clear out this mess. Back to the abyss with you, foul demons!
Joins the repulsed. Cursed Sotek spawn. Hearth and home.
Would be a shame if your movement was like 0. 11 speed.
Will of Iron. Thoric Iron Brow.
Can we get?
The clans unite.
With me, lads!
Grudge thrower. Rulriki. Yes, they. Thoric Iron Brow.
Chaos Warriors are straight up not having a good time.
Quarrelers. Go. Aye. Word of vengeance for the ancestors. Yes, Lord. Nothing can stop us.
Forward, lads!
On our way. The anvil's might. Iron breakers. Yes, yes. Runes glow. Fight. Quarrelers.
Still a decent amount of baddies in here.
Thoric Iron Brow.
Alright, Quarrelers, let's move!
On the way.
Alright, I don't think that's really necessary. Let's go over here.
Off we go. Move to attack.
Slap these nerds with the Rune of Slowness.
Quarrelers. Move off. Age, wealth, and skill.
Karak Kazul question. I hear there is a wall of Grimnir on the top of the hole where new slayers carve their names. Is this lore accurate? Gonna build if it is. I don't remember if it's at the top of the hold, but there is absolutely in the big old, the big Shrine of Grimnir. There is a wall where the name, those who come and take Slayer Oath do inscribe their names. That is a thing.
Breakers. Thoric Iron Brow. Lord of vengeance. Charge! Charge! Put those dwarven legs! Come together, lads! Wait, your man! Lord! For the High King! Strike out! The clans unite! Come on!
Rune Ricky.
Wrath and ruin.
Hurry up and take this so I stop getting shot in the back.
Ready to serve.
You lot go with the boss. Oh, the battle's over. Okay. Unit of demons is just taking a very long time to die.
Dwarves, to me. Nothing can stop us. The clans unite.
I will smash them myself.
Another wretched foul-lizard thing joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Glad to see you streaming. Smile, still waiting for the Vampire Counts Warriors of Chaos DLC. Lol, let's pray.
You and me both. You and me both. Let us pray. Let us pray that Games Workshop or Creative Assembly has great wisdom and makes the correct choice and gives us a Champions of Chaos style Vampire Counts DLC. Amen. Lisa Lotenko, by the way, thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate it. Do I want Agromigdal? Like, it's part of the Badlands. I want money. That's what I want.
Of your senses.
Yeah, rune armor.
Thoric Ironbrow. Dwarves never tire.
I'll take it next turn. I'll take it next turn. I didn't need it, like, right now. I don't need Greater Locus Power super soon. Give me Invoke the Runes of Grugni. Wanderer, Ironbeard, or keep. Yeah, I'll take Keeper of the Gate for the big boss. And we're gonna upgrade Mount Arachnos. Hell yeah. And Karak Kazul to properly defend against the demonic incursions.
We honor the ancestors.
And then I would like more character runes. Yeah, give me that ward save. Give me the Rune of Luck. I'm feeling lucky. Give it here.
By Grundy,
That'll make me quite a bit more survivable
always our best.
for the moment.
Tried and tested.
There we go. Very good, very good. How do dwarves react to Chaos Dwarves? Not well. Very poorly. Just mentioning the idea, just mentioning dwarfs or Chaos Dwarves to a dwarf can very easily get you killed. Like if you bring them up in like a bar or some other kind of like weird, like some environment, it will not be taken casually. Is the term I will use in this instance. It will not be taken casually. There will be some upsetty spaghetti dwarfs in that room. Oh, I got some. I'll take both of those. Thank you very much. Hey, now we got some Slayers to deal with Scarbrand when he inevitably reincarnates.
I don't have time for words. The Dawi need me.
Do I rename Taken Holds to their proper Dawi names? Yeah, generally. Is there any hope of a proper Boris Topbringer Legendary Lord? Yeah, I think so.
runes of wrath and ruin strike for you.
Ugh, great. I would say pretty confidently.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord.
Pretty confidently. That Creative Assembly will make.
If you want something done right.
I genuinely believe that they will make the Red Duke and Boris playable. I don't know when, but I do think they're going to make them both full-on playable Legendary Lords. I've seen a pretty popular theory kicking around that I would love to be true. I would love so much if it ended up being true. Also, Ephemeral X, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I'm so sorry I didn't see that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. He's got Cygors. That's not very fun. But a kind of a popular theory that I think, don't get me wrong, I do think it's a crackpot theory, but it's a crackpot theory that has my full support. Is I've seen people kicking around the idea of what if Creative Assembly does a big celebration release, a big free LC celebration release that comes out with one new free LC Lord for each of the original game races. So you would get Gorfang Rockgut for the greenskins, the Red Duke for the vampire counts, Bugman or Alric Ranulfson or the engineer guy Grim Burlickson for the dwarfs, and then Boris Todbringer for the Empire. And it's just a collection of 4 free characters that just add some new campaigns to the game. Like I said, I feel like it's super crack cocaine theory, but man, do I like the sound of it. Okay, we're gonna have to be kind of aggressive because he has better. I honestly think he has scarier shooting than I do.
Let's claim one more victory.
That hurt.
Age, wealth, and skill.
Let's leave behind one unit just to protect my catapult, just in case there are shenanigans afoot. Slayers, y'all can just go ahead, man. Go for it. Don't wait for me.
Casting the runes.
What about King Cazador? I feel like King Cazador is just kind of wrapped up in Thoric's campaign. I don't really feel like Karak Kazul would be that interesting. I don't know. You could do it. It's I'd rather something a little more crazy. I could see Grim Burlickson being really good for that. Let's give those Slayers some armor. Oh my god, my Slayers are getting absolutely mulched. I mean, they're doing their job, but goddamn.
Miners! It is a reckoning! Ancestor gods! Ha. Obey me!
Would you stop getting knocked over, please? Push them back! Quarrelers, forward!
wrong knee! Move now! To the forge! Strike the runes! Pick your targets well! Miners!
Bzzz. Ow!
Iron breakers! Doom! Vengeance! Yes! Killers!
Some of our units got actually pretty fucking beat up.
Master of Runecraft! Aye! Aye!
Bring them down, bring them down. I'd prefer not to have to chase these things down. My quarrelers run a bit faster.
Casting the runes!
Hustle, 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 hustle.
It is a reckoning.
Don't think I'm gonna be able to catch this thing. Speed 35, 30. Oh god, they're almost fast enough.
Will of Iron!
Oh wait, if I actually double buff them, they should be good. Run, lads, run! Speed dwarf! Speed dwarf!
Take an aim! Move! Range fire! Range
Haul ass, lads, haul ass!
fighting upon them!
Alright, you're in range. Fire!
Get moving! Move! Anu! Kazuk! Charge! Master of Runecraft!
Yeah! Down he goes! Okay, we got both of them. Hell yeah. Speed dwarf! Speed dwarf! Are we assuming the entire Sophia team and the DLC team are now working together? I don't know what the situation is there. It does seem to be the case that Sophia is working on Total War Warhammer now. Master Mafia, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do not know how much of the studio is working on Total War Warhammer. You know, I don't. If memory serves, Sophia took a pretty big hit from the redundancies. So like a lot of people being like hired or fired and moved around and all that stuff. I believe they lost a fair amount of people. And I would not be surprised if they, like, in, like, a downsizing, ended up being more heavily focused on, like, supporting a different team instead of, you know, just making a complete other game. To my understanding, and take this with massive, copious amounts of salt, because it's not a confirmed thing. It's just like little whispers and rumors that I've heard. That Total War Warhammer is kind of like the only thing going on right now, outside of like some things for the distant future, but nothing like super soon, right? Which, if true, means that it would make sense that they would be working on Total War Warhammer instead of like some other game. You know, if they're specifically needed, or not needed, but like they have something to do. Make sure any ancillaries on Thorak that can be given to heroes are being given to heroes, because that gives him more runic space. And I'm also going to the Helm of Despair is actually a really good item. We'll slap that on our thing for now. Or Helm of Discord, or whatever it is. That is a very nice one. And I want to save my money so I can invest really heavily in my next level up.
Iron will. The old scholar, is it? Go on then, say your piece.
No, you look like you're getting your ass kicked by Krokgar, and I don't want to get involved. I just don't want to be involved. Is there a way to rotate that character in that screen? If so, should there be? I don't think you can, but I wouldn't quote me on that. I don't believe you can. However, if memory serves, I do believe there is a mod that will do that. I guess we could get a Trinket Master up and running. Just give me like way more income, because I just want more income at this point.
For the Iron Peak.
When do I think they'll release the Corn DLC? They said it would be later this year, so I personally am thinking like October, November. Okay, I am willing to do an alliance with Cetra for now. I think a Cetra alliance could be good for me, because I do want to focus my efforts on the vampire counts. After I deal with Scarbrand.
You bring a token trinket to give to Vrot. Yes, yes. Good, good. I accept your offering for Motor Clan.
Giga_Golgans donated $35. Not so anonymous donation.
Bro, whenever I hear $35, my brain just immediately is like, oh! That's just not because of that fucking whatever's going on with that. Like, there's just a part of my brain that's just like, oh god! Now, whenever I hear the number 35. Hello from France. Discovered Warhammer Fantasy some months ago and proceeded to do the very hard campaign with each faction. I'm with the Fae Bretoni at the moment. Good day. Well, random French Lucker. I'm glad to hear that. Hope you're enjoying your experience with the Warhammer Fantasy Universe and are having a great time with it. Appreciate your come by. When are they adding the Hyena faction to Total War? We can never afford it. It would cost too many Charlemagnes. The Charlemagne cost for importing hyenas would truly be devastating. Like, economies would crumble, nations would cease to function. It would truly be the end of days. King Cazador has made his intentions clear, reaching out to you in the hope that the vast resources of Karak Kazul might be united with the strength of your expedition force. As the wretched greenskins escape and close in, there's no doubt that he misses the input of his master Runelord and sorely desires your counsel. So we could do up to code for some oath gold, guild favors, which gives us a buff in exchange for oath gold. We could make all the other dwarves think we're really cool despite doing a confederation. Or we could get a big fat bonus to recruitment and campaign movement range. Oh, but we don't get to confederate. I definitely want to confederate because I want King Cazador as one of our characters. So let's do... I'm going to do up to code. Huzzah! King Cazador has joined the party.
Iron Weld.
Give me that grudge thrower. Also, you're fired.
The axe thirsts for war.
My economy! My economy hurts. It is not going well for him, is it? Oh, Cazador? He's only level 2? Oh, Cazador. Honey. Okay, I'm gonna take these from my little dude. We're gonna give you a whole bunch of runes, boss man. Let's actually get a new rune while we're at it. Oh no, I still can't get. I need a good rune for him. We want a sexy rune for Cazador. We don't have sexy runes yet. Oh!
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the red host.
It's Queeg.
Cursed Sotex spawn.
And he's got all his magic items. That's not good. Cazador! Alright, bonus versus infantry and leadership. Let's put that on our Dragon Slayers. Vigor loss reduction and expert charge defense. Actually, you know what? No. Let's put the terror causing rune on the Dragonback Slayers. Let's put vigor loss reduction and expert charge defense on Longdrawn Slayer Pirates. And then let's put the rune of battle, which will give like anti-infantry and a bunch of other bonuses on the Ekrid miners. We must bring down the head taker! Quick lore video when it's done. Soon as it's done. King of Gigantes, by the way, thank you so much for the 35. And Bugmans, thank you for the 32, and thank you for the lurk. Hope you're having a great day, my dude. Where's the best place to learn more Kazalid? You can just go on Google and Google Warhammer Kazalid Dictionary, and you will find everything you need. But you can also pick up, if you want to have it in book form, you can pick up I don't know if you can find it anymore, but there's a pretty old book called Grudge Lore that has like so much lore. I think we want to play pretty cagey. I mean, if we fight here, we have a flank provided by this, which is really nice. We are gonna have to dedicate some miners to protect our war machines from little Skaven hordes that boil up.
Tech 27 SS cheered. X100. The quick video does not exist.
Currently it doesn't. I mean, if you also want to just believe it's a myth, I mean, then, you know, that's fine. You could also do that. Grudges will be settled this day. We just gotta make absolutely sure our characters get nowhere near Queeg, because he will body them. Like, almost effortlessly. Show that Skaven artillery we mean business! Thank you for the bits. That's actually a pretty good volley. Spread out! Ow. Oh, God! It's like laser guided. Got triple gold chevrons. No, he's got almost triple gold chevrons. Evasive action, lads! The head taker's in range!
Quarrelers for the ancestors!
There's so much shit coming around this flank.
Clans unite! Strike out! Our fire undimmed! Strike out!
Okay.
Bullets ready!
Enemy catapults offline.
More of
Kilo_Golgab's cheer. X100. Which of the Darwin legendary lords can Queek beat in a one-on-one lore-wise?
Queek's pretty damn well designed to take just about any of them. Outside of like, I feel like it's a relatively tricky question, actually. Obviously, him and Belagar are like really evenly matched. Like they're pretty much neck and neck. Oh god, there's so many fucking rats. Well, we won the center fight, so that's good. Those are storm vermin. Okay. Let's see if we can't overwhelm them a little bit.
Nothing can stop us.
Okay, no. We need to kill that big thing. That lad's gotta go.
Miners, get moving.
If we can bring down the biggin, we'll be in a much better place than we're currently in.
For the Karazanko, we demand blood.
So many summons. I shouldn't have attacked him. I shouldn't have attacked him. This was a mistake.
Kill it. Come together, lads. Yes, they withdraw.
What the fuck? Why did his leadership just like cease? Y'all see that? My thing lost like all of his leadership like immediately. That was super weird. Come on, bring it down, Kazul. Does he have some kind of like weird anti-leadership buff? Odd. There's too many of them. Oh yeah, we need to get out of here. Retreat! Retreat! One box. Thank you very much for the 4 months. I really appreciate that. But like Queek could, depending on like the situation, I think Queek could reliably take on like Ungrim, Belagar, Thoric, Malachi, Grim Burlickson, and Joseph Bugman. Like he could be a big threat to any of them. Thorgrim just bodies Queek like every single time. Like Thorgrim would embarrass Queek. Oh well, we lost Skaven denial at least. That's cool, I guess.
Will for the wisdom of Valea.
Okay, we'll fall back to our hold for now.
Aye.
Oh, that was very painful. Okay. I need something I don't have access to.
Time for a reckoning.
Well, we'll just hope that nothing really bad happens.
For war.
If Queek comes for us, he comes for us, and that's just all there is to say on that. Yeah, that's good. This is gonna make my Quarlers super fucking scary.
Tried and tested.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, Thoric would actually probably be a pretty hard counter to Queek. His rune weapon, Kladbrakak, is like absolutely fucking bonkers. Like it's one of those like specially engineered to shatter other weapons. So it would actually probably be a pretty good anti-Queek weapon, because it would allow him to, like, as the two were about to like strike at one another, it would shatter Dwarf Gallagher. which without Dwarf Gouger, Queek would probably not have what he needed to
What
bring
brings
down...
you to the halls of my ancestors?
Yeah, we'll trade with the stupid pointy ears for now. That would probably be... or Queek would not be able to get through his armor. Oh my god,
Only
there's so
vengeance
many...
will make me happy. Is that what you offer?
There are so many Queek Head Taker armies. Do y'all see all these Skaven? Oh no. Oh no.
Let us begin.
Build the defenses quickly.
Rag. Aye, grudges will be settled.
Prepare for battle. Master Rune of Spite, please. We're gonna need that. Make Cazador as absolutely terrifying as we can. You're gonna have the Helm of Discord while you're at it. You're gonna need it.
Onward.
I'm listening.
And Thor can't come north. He's got to deal with
Always
Scarbrand.
best.
Somebody's got to deal with Scarbrand. Do I want Trinket Master? Yeah, I think we need more straight economy right now than anything else.
Undringot.
All right, yeah, he's got to deal with the demons. Fortunately, you're on your own, Cazador.
Summon me if you dare. The axe thirsts for war.
Yeah, we can afford one more. Ah. Do I really want another miner? Or do I want to... Yeah, I'll take another miner. We'll just hope Queek takes his time. Oh, he successfully performed a wound against me? That bitch. Oh, no. Oh god, a third army showed up. There's so many Skaven. And he has 8 Menace Belows. The only good thing is that he only has 1 siege weapon. So like there are ways we can hold him off, but this is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be ugly. Karak Kazul must hold! If we can pop that, that catapult, he will have to get awfully close and in my face. And I might be able to hold him at the center of the city. The hard part is, I don't know if I can kill Queek. Where's the catapult? It's on this side. No? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I think most of our army is going to hold in the center of the city. And we're going to try and hang on to the key building so that we can have all the bonus melee defense. And like build a couple of these like things to give us some various like little buffs and stuff. Because like with the barricade monument, I could make my dwarfs like practically unbreakable with the +10 leadership. And we could also have, and then we'd get some nice towers as well. Where's this one? Where's this tower? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I think our main goal is just going to be to defend these 2 objectives. It sucks that this one is like way up here. Is like fighting on the downhill sucks because if he's got ranged units up here, they get like a bunch of bonus damage shooting down into me. I'm kind of tempted almost to just defend the key point, the Victory Plaza. Like just to only sit along this whole causeway here. But I feel like we should try to defend the key building as long as we can. But if we do that, we have to defend from 3 directions at once instead of just 1 direction at once. 1 direction at once makes life a lot. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better for us to just hold up here, because then he has like a really hard time getting to us. And like we can have quarrelers like shooting and crap from way up here. We can have our grudge thrower taking a lot of early pot shots. And then he has to grind through like so much shit to get to the top. The only thing we gotta watch out for is like the early the summons, but he has 8 of them, so like we know how many there are. And we can just kind of do our best to make sure that we heavy counter them. We're just gonna have to have a sacrificial unit whose job is to activate some important towers. Oh, we have longbeards. That's really nice. If we can kill Queek, we pretty much instantly win. Like that's the only thing we have to do is kill Queek. Because the thing is that because Cazador has the Master Rune of Spite, he's gonna be like so good at just grinding into massive amounts of infantry and messing them up. But if Queek gets on him, and especially if Queek pops Dwarf Gouger, Queek will eat him for breakfast. So that is the tricky part. Alright. Basic bitch miners. I need y'all to activate some towers. I shouldn't have declared war on Queek. I deeply regret it so much. It's not even funny how much I regret it. Yeah, I think we'll just activate what towers we can and just have them harass Queek to the best of their ability. And the Plague Claw Catapult. That thing's gotta go.
For the ancestor gods.
When y'all actually spread out just so it can't shoot you very effectively. Alright, our catapult's already getting early pot shots in, so that's good. Yeah, let's focus the storm rope, please. Come on, somebody hit him. Just love tap him. You don't have to do a lot of damage, just poke him. Miss, 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 miss. Fuck. Okay, Cazador should be able to like pretty much insta-delete these guys. Hold your fire. Miners, run away! Run away! Okay, those catapults are feeling it. They're feeling it. Okay, we're gonna consolidate a bit more over here. Come on, bring it down, bring it down! Okay, good. Y'all are not on. Okay, that's summon number 2. We'll just do everything we can to wear him down. Miners, run! Run, you fools! There's so many Skaven. Nope, 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 nope. So many. What kind of what does he have coming in? He's got a warlord. Yeah. And then a Gracier of Plague. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with it. Yeah, Plague Claw Catapult's down. Hell yeah. Good job, lads. You know what? Just yeah, let that tower shoot for as long as it can. That's fine with me. Maybe we can do some damage to that chieftain. That'd be cool. I am okay with 1 use of blasting charges back here. Try and minimize damage. I let my guys overchase a little bit. Okay, that's it. No more. No more. Okay, that's his third summon.
We have scores to settle. Quarrelers, put those dwarven legs.
Okay, Queek's already hauling ass in here, which is potentially good.
Dwarf warriors, veterans. It's a reckoning. That'll do. Dwarf warriors. It is a reckoning. Nothing can stop us.
I don't think it's very good at hitting him. Okay, let's upgrade this thing so that it's really good at blowing up hordes. You two get your butts back here. Warrior, stop chasing. That was his fourth summon, I think. I'm hoping Queek will just run really far ahead of his army and just run up here, and then we can just shoot him to death. That was silly. That's his fifth summon, I believe. Let's turn y'all on guard stance so you don't overchase. Grudge there, let's stay on those storm vermin, please. Sooner storm vermin are gone, the happier I am. Playing Vulcan. There's warp grinders. Blech. Okay, Queek looks like he's on his way up. I'm gonna move my butt over here. We got a good tower up and running, which is nice.
Muster the throng. Dwarf warriors.
That's his sixth summon?
Obey me. Ah! Move. Yes.
Alright, lads, here comes the head taker. Positions, positions.
Charge.
Alright, while they're on their way in here, we can just start upgrading some other towers, because why not?
The clans unite.
Okay, I want you all to have guard stance on and shoot Queek.
Come together, lads. Charge. It is a reckoning. They have wronged us. Tell the old splitters. Tell them. Slayers.
That's his fifth or sixth, I can't remember. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of Queek. I'm so scared of Queek. I'm so scared!
4 breeds.
The clans unite.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the Thane back here. Oh, no, these guys aren't broken yet. Break them, please, hurry up.
Quarrelers.
Miners, let's start soloing this asshole. Okay, that's either his 7th or his 8th. I do need long drongs like way closer to the front because they have like a really nice debuff. Spoilers, let's reorganize a bit here.
Nothing can stop us.
Let's get a bit cleaned up.
Victory will be ours.
If I can get Cazador close enough,
For the colours and call.
he will be really good for supporting. I'm really scared of those warp grinders, actually.
Targets, Lord.
Okay, I want you to come over
Off we go.
here and turn on your fire at will.
Let's draw.
Okay, we're just gonna kind of send in like a unit at a time.
Everything without a beard.
But I can pop the Helm of Discord, which will knock his melee defense down to 28, which is pretty low. We'll just grind away at him. I think he's out of summons. Are y'all close enough to debuff him? What's the range on your... There we go. He still has 61 melee attack.
I am the ranking lord.
Okay, okay, Queek's taking pretty good damage. Like he's definitely feeling it.
For the High King.
All right, I think they're out of summons.
War of vengeance.
See if we can kill this Gracier. Because if the Gracier dies, he's out of magic.
War of vengeance. We will have vengeance.
All right, great weapons are doing awesome. They're doing really good damage. We're just gonna do our best to support them from a distance.
Vengeance. Move now.
Okay, we're gonna send in our next unit of great weapons.
Dwarf warriors.
Dwarf warriors, you don't need to join that fight.
Lord.
Actually, dwarf warriors, let's keep reinforcements out. Let's do that.
Muster the throng. For the Karazenko.
Okay, I'm gonna pop the helm. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Queek.
Let's start shooting.
See if they can hit him.
It is a reckoning. Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go fight over here just so I can start doing damage carefully, very carefully. There's a chieftain here in there.
Aye. Dwarf warriors. Slayers. The runes below.
Okay, he's out of summons, so we can bring more guys forward here in a moment.
Dwarf warriors. Pull out. It's a reckoning.
Kazor's a little more isolated than I would like.
Now. Kazul. For the
Blasting charges. It's go time, boys.
Kazul.
Ooh, watch out. I see a nice little exit zone there. Let's take that.
For the ancestors.
Oh god, that hurts.
Vengeance.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
The clans unite.
Oh, big boy.
Axes out, lads.
Kill the big boy.
Halt! The clans unite. Plow through. Miners. Fire at will. They have wronged us. War of vengeance. Dwarf warriors.
We're so close to being in a really nice stable point.
Slayers. Rage fast. Miners. That'll do. Yes, Lord.
Come on, bring it down, bring it down.
Let us
I want my
bleed
Thane up
for
here.
the
If I can kill that wizard, I'll be so much happier. God, this chieftain's tanky.
For the Karazenko! Slay the oath.
See if I can slap Queek really hard. Oh, he's got Dwarf Gouger up. No, don't do that, don't do that. He's gonna hit really hard. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it!
Miners! Convicts!
Okay, nice. Okay, the wizard is fleeing.
Dwarf warriors!
I'm gonna get over on this chieftain.
Kill them! Down!
Blasting charges! great. Now there's a fucking assassin.
Speak my lord's will. War of vengeance. Ranged firepower ready.
All right, he's about to expose himself. When he does,
We demand blood.
kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him! Oh my god.
Slayers. Yes. Vengeance.
If y'all could draw a beat on him, shoot.
Bloodthrower. Understood. Ready to serve. Plow through. Bring them down. Take them down. Ready to serve.
Creek's dead! Oh, thank god. The head taker has fallen. Now I just gotta deal with this fucking assassin. Oh my god. I feel like every time I kill a character, there's another character.
Miners. Go. Kill Orcs. Thane.
But I think these two can beat the assassin if we can get on him. And there's another warlord down there.
Dwarf warriors. Kill the Orc splitters. Dwarf warriors.
All right, let's get organized, lads.
Dwarf.
You know what? Let them come to us. Let them come to us.
Shield bearers, ho.
I think I just hit my own thing.
For the ancestors.
Okay, he's kind of exposed. Get on, get on, get on, get on.
Take it in.
Yeah, run, you little bastards.
We demand blood. Plow through.
Hold the line.
It is a reckoning. Let the vengeance begin. Rage fire. Rage fast.
Okay, we're wailing on them pretty good. If they lose their leadership structure, we should be able to just outhold. You know what? I need y'all on those warp grinders.
Yes.
Okay, he's fleeing for now. Yeah, because I do have a terror causing unit, which is nice. I like how they're just throwing like one blasting charge at a time. I need him like deep in fighting us. Surround him.
Put those dwarven legs.
We need to beat him down.
Attack the Orcs. Dwarf warriors. Strike out.
Oh, y'all have the room to spend. Okay, we're gonna move y'all in the back.
For the Karak Kazul.
Tower, can you shoot like the giant horde, please? All right, the assassin's getting his shit kicked in. So now it's just the warlord.
Move to attack. Yes. Kill Orcs. Dwarf warriors. Fight.
Long Drong's Slayer Pirates are just keeping nice and close.
Let the vengeance begin.
They're providing lots of debuffs. Same thing for these guys. Okay, they're doing a good job wearing down the warp grinders.
For the Karak Kazul.
Oh, yeah.
Obey me.
Take down that warlord.
We demand blood. Target, Lord. Moving out.
I want you to hold your fire
Loading ammunition.
until they get like really stacked up.
Move now.
All right, they're running out of characters. Like, this is their last character. But they still, oh my god. Clanmore still has 2 rattling guns, a warp fire thrower, the Eshin, the super Eshin unit, looks like the council guard. Oh, so many warp fire throwers. Hopefully he'll suffer army losses by that point.
The clans unite.
All right,
Nothing can stop us.
push to the point. Push! Ah!
Kill
The Karas encore! We need more towers! Push!
Dwarf warriors.
To Khazanor!
Hadouken.
To the king!
Quarrelers! Selecting target! We will have vengeance! Nothing can stop us! War of vengeance! Kill them! For the Karak Kazul! Darwin attack! Obey me! Yes! Dwarf warriors! Yes! Yes!
One step at a time, lads. One step at a time.
The ancestors watch!
Don't follow him. He'll be back.
For the ancestor gods!
Reclaim the post! Reclaim the post!
Dwarf warriors! Let the vengeance begin! Kaduk! Train them! Dwarf warriors! They have wronged us! We have scores to settle!
Thane,
War of
handle the
vengeance!
northern approach. Get that barricade up. Oh, damn, we lost that tower. It sucks.
It's a reckoning! Dwarf warriors! Go! Come together, lads! Let's go!
And kill that warlord.
We will have vengeance!
Push them out!
Slay
Push them
them!
out!
Yes!
Face me, Thagaraki!
Pain!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go! Slayers! Now! Charge! Good thrower!
We are probably going to need to fall back in a moment.
The clans unite!
Fighting retreat, lads! Fighting retreat!
Killers! They have wronged us!
I'm going to come down here so I can use my aura.
I speak my lord's will! For the Karak Kazul! Yes! For the Karak Kazul! Vengeance! For the ancestors! Dwarf warriors! Quarrelers! Move to attack!
I have Corlers with great weapons. Yeah, I need them down here. Ooh, Clan Vulcan's tail slashers. Those need to go.
For the ancestors!
Okay, they're already going. Okay, great.
Vengeance! Move to attack! Yes!
All right, all of his reinforcements are starting to show up. So we need to start preparing for kind of the final
Dwarf warriors!
stage here.
Yes, Lord! Reach fast!
Fall back!
Charge!
Fall back!
Move now! Dwarf warriors! Put those dwarven legs! Put those dwarven legs! Wounded charged! Yes, yes!
Catapult!
Teach him!
Grudge throwers, fire!
To the high king!
Actually, you know what? No, I take it back. Hold your fire.
Victory will be ours! More of vengeance! For the Dwarf! Move! Go! Go! I am the ranking lord! Let us bleed for the clan! Vengeance! Show us the target! Muster the throng!
I feel like my grudge throwers are aiming for my guys.
Come on!
The thing I'm really scared of is when the rattling guns show up.
For the Karazenko! Strike out! War of vengeance! We will
Okay, everyone's on defensive stance now.
vengeance! Move! For the Karazenko!
We fight as one!
Lord! Aye!
Storm vermin? Ooh. Okay.
Victory will be ours! Aye!
Quarrelers with great weapons to the front!
Hit them! Score! For the Karazenko!
Longbeard support!
Muster the throng! Bring death on them!
A lot of the ranged units are starting to show up.
Lord! Quarrelers! For the ancestors! Attack! Dwarf warriors!
Alright, we can't just sit here and take it. Push forward, push forward.
Axes out! Killers! We have scores to settle! It is a reckoning! These Urks are unworthy! Dwarf warriors! Yes, Lord!
Into them!
Strike out! They've wounded us! Move to attack! War of vengeance! Fight! Down! Ready to strike! It is a reckoning! Dwarves, ready axes! For the Karazenko! Dwarf warriors!
Push them back!
Kill them! Slayers!
Into the gutter runners!
Warriors! Dwarf warriors! We will have vengeance!
Catapults! Boom! Good hit. To the king! To the king!
For the ancestors! Drag them! Quarrelers! Dwarf warriors! Muster the throng! Kazul!
These storm vermin need to die. They're a little too stable. Oh god, here comes a lot of really scary shit. Chase them down! Chase them down!
Dwarf warriors! Axes out!
We can clear out this side! After them! Push! Push! Okay, that's too far. That's too far. Back.
Move now! Dwarf warriors! Speak, my lord!
See if I can get Kazador over there.
Dwarf warriors! Attack the axe! Killers! Victory will be ours! For mountain and horn!
I mean, I'll tell you what, even if we fall here,
We demand
I feel like this goes under the Theodens. If this is to be our end, we will make such an end as to be worthy of remembrance.
Dwarf warriors! Quarrelers!
Alright, I do think we need the leadership buff from this to hold out to the very bitter end. So I think it's time for us to make our our final big plays here.
Let's start shooting! Nothing can stop us! Charge!
Hopefully we can get them to engage us in a way where they can't get the teeth breakers in. Like they just can't get the angle they need. We've almost defeated the northern faction. Like the northern faction is pretty much out of gas.
Pull out! Yes, Lord! Drive the axe! For the High King! Strike out! For the Karak Kazul! Quarrelers! For the ancestors! For the Karak Kazul! Lead them out! Larger! This isn't the Golden Throne! Attack the orcs! For the ancestors! We have scores to settle!
Kozlar's almost got 500 kills. What an absolute boss, dude.
Withdraw!
I don't think we're gonna be able to hold out. But like, goddamn, if we aren't doing everything in our power.
We will have
It's like we just don't have enough bodies. We don't have enough ammo.
Quarrelers! Killers!
Can't really draw a line of sight to anything great.
Come together, lads!
Oh, this flank's starting to really buckle.
Yes! Good! Pull out!
Yeah, the Council Guard are here now. Typical Skaven, right? Saving their most like elite shit to the very end of the battle. Oh no, there's army losses. Look at the amount of corpses though. There's so much just death. And we used every last ounce of our army. Like goddamn 07. What a battle. What a battle. Over 6,000 Skaven versus 1,600 dwarfs. But we made them pay for every bloody inch. Every inch. Man, a lot of Skaven died too. A lot of Skaven died. We killed over two Skaven for every dwarf that fell. So falls Karak Kazul. We confederated too late. King Cazador's, truly these are the end times. King Cazador has fallen. Long live the king. The king is dead. Long live the king.
Thoric Ironbrow.
But now we have true narrative vengeance to be sought.
Lord of the Borodin.
Now this place is still evil as hell. He shall not be forgotten. Rebellion. And Karak Zorn? Why is there a rebellion? Oh, Confederation and events. Okay, we're getting like triple whammied. Oh, because of angry gods. Okay, that's fine. It can defend itself. Pretty sure. Actually, yeah, it's got a pretty good garrison. I will take that Talisman of Preservation, though. Give me that fat ward save. Crown Command could die. I don't know.
Always our best. Undrengot.
The servants of this blood god must be punished. Does this merit Thoric taking the Slayer Oath? No, I don't think Thoric would be considered responsible for what happened. If there were any survivors, they would certainly face the oath. I think Thoric would definitely be hell-bent on revenge, but I don't think he would take the Slayer Oath. Oh, Scarbrand has got an army now. Scarbrand's ready. I can get a Master Rune. I could get another character Master Rune. Oh, I like the Master Rune of Flight, because that gives like an actual ability. Does this merit me taking the oath? No. I mean, I don't... like, if I was really gonna be like a stubborn bitch about it, I could reset the game to like right before, and there are things that I could do to oh, you know what though, this makes for a fun thematic story, because here's what we can do, right? Here's what we can do. We can get ourselves a really nasty Demon Slayer. See, 8 melee attack and 35 weapon strength, or 35 AP, 5 melee attack, 15 armor and 10% weapon strength, or 15% weapon strength. And I think if we go with strong,
Demon Slayer. Now
this, what's it? I think it's Kazrik, right? Oh, I'm trying to remember what the clan name for Cazador is. Oh, Cazador had a unique trait. I am sorely tempted to alter time, because I like unique trait characters. And I could very easily save him by just making one different decision. If I went back to here? Because what I would have to do different is just not attack Queek. Hold on, let me see what the situation is. The Rune of Time, the Master Rune of Time. Morton Crescent, thank you for the 3 years. Holy shit, dude. Thank you. Oh, still loading. So sorry I didn't see your super chat. Thoughts on 4 Dogs of War Legendary Lord? I really doubt it. I super duper doubt it. I think Dogs of War will get 2. Gross save scumming? No, this is too far back. Or not far enough back. We'd have to go back to here? Or I could, oh, that's true. I would have won the auto-resolve, wouldn't I? So I could just auto-resolve it. I didn't even think about that. that would really change time, wouldn't it? Go back and beat Queek up instead of, okay, so this takes me back before the Confederation. But this takes me back to when I was attacking Queek. I don't know if that would save us though, because we would defeat Queek, but we would still be dealing with like another 2 or 3 big armies. I think. This would literally kill everyone. Okay. Here, let's do it this way. I'll give chat a choice. I'll give y'all a choice. Instead of me just going back to a point in time, I'll give y'all a choice. Do y'all want to go back in time offensively and kill Queek? But obviously we will be struggling to survive against the oncoming legions, but you know, we'll deal with it. Or should we go back in time defensively to the turn before and let Cazador just focus on survival, hiding in his hole? We can do a quick poll. Do you want to slay the rat, satisfy the grudge, or do we want to do the hold must survive, the oath of kingship? Oh wait, that's too much. The oath of kingship must endure. What we do. Actually, no, I don't have to put a title. Alright. I'm gonna pull up on YouTube. Go vote. Go vote, you bunch of nerds. Go vote, you little shits. I'll do one on Twitch as well. All right, polls up on both. Polls up on both. Go vote what you want. So we can either vote to throw everything we have at Queek and kill him, but we're going to be limping away from this battle with only our Lord and Hero. So Queek's reinforcements are going to be a problem and may well kill us. Or we could go back further in time by just half a turn and have Cazador kind of set up shop in Karak Kazul and focus more on defense. So Oath of Kingship is defense. Slay the Rat is offense. Gracious. This auto resolve is hilarious. Yeah. It certainly comes at a price, don't it? Okay. Poll's almost over. Poll's almost over. Looks like it looks like we're going to be satisfying the grudge. All right, we can go ahead and call it. All right, satisfy the grudge. Oh. You know what though? That plus 10 bonus versus infantry will actually be quite useful in the coming turns. And I got 3 skill points out of that. So we can make Cazador like tankier, way tankier. Same thing for our Thane. Just make all of our characters like way tankier. Oh, the price that was paid truly was expensive.
Thoric Ironbrow. Tried and tested. Ironbrow.
Well, that sent me back in time to a almost confusing extent. There we go.
Consider it done.
Gotta remember what I was prioritizing. I do want Mount Arachnos to have... Well, I guess I don't necessarily need a garrison building for Mount Arachnos if I... Well, what would I build instead? I could build a ranger building. Yeah, I think that would actually be better. Because I could focus on having garrison structures in Granite Massif and Karak Orid instead to stop people from coming into the Valley of Kings. Oh, I didn't have the Master Rune of Spite for that fight. Well, that might have helped.
The axe thirsts for
Whoops.
war.
Well, Cazador's problem is not... money, it's time. Because even killing Queek, we still have a lot of stuff going.
He could deal with you. Maybe I'll let him.
So many rats. So many rats. Do you think we'll ever get Vardic Crom added to the game? Yeah, I think Vardic Crom's a pretty reasonable hope. I think he'll be one of the very rare, undivided Warrior Chaos Legendary heroes.
Ready.
If I can get the garrison structure
For
up,
the wisdom of Valea.
I feel like I'll be genuinely fine. What would be best to have? If I could get some longbeards with great weapons, miners with blasting charges would be really nice.
Summon me if you're dead.
We've got a garrison building being worked up immediately.
Thoric Anad. Never march.
Oh, nice. Our runesmith didn't get wounded this timeline and actually got rid of the dude that was going to wound him. Hey. But Vardek Kron would definitely be a legendary hero, not a legendary lord. He would be weird as a legendary lord. Like, his whole thing is that he's basically a herald. He's a herald. You know, his whole thing is that he's like, oh, look how awesome my boss is. Get some bolt throwers. I mean, for Cazador, they're not going to be... Bolt throwers would not be very useful, would they? Because it'd be in a siege. I feel like.
Don't be a wassuck.
I mean, I could get him some bolt throwers.
Yes.
I mean, having some siege probably doesn't hurt. Because we hit... Karak Kazul actually has a really nice defensive siege map. Like, generally speaking. Pretty easy to defend. Here they come. Oh, interesting. It's Clan Moors and Clan I didn't notice that last time. That's two different clans working together. Karak was destroyed? Oh no.
I'm listening.
The price for this timeline.
If you want
Oh god, what have we done?
Bring the rat.
Chat, what have we done? What have we unleashed?
Time for a reckoning. What?
I do have more units to work with this time, though.
Not enough warpstone.
And he'll only have 2 armies this time instead of 3. And I do have some, like, better units, which is nice. Let's see, could I get some interesting character runes? Getting dazed might be good. Oh, Rune of Iron might be really nice. Rune pairing. Actually, the Terror rune could probably be good. Especially because it lowers leadership as well.
Let us begin.
So on Cazador, these are all, these are all really good runes, actually. I guess we can put it on our Thane. So if we give our Thane the Rune of Fear, that would help a lot. So our Thane actually can cause terror and lower leadership and stuff, which is really good against Skaven. And then we're gonna do Kingshare. Thorax on his little journey. We got a nasty greenskin group building up, so we're gonna summon a Demon Slayer to deal with them.
Demon Slayer. Who's mad enough to follow me?
He should be pretty easily equipped to deal with them. I don't think that's gonna be very hard.
The ancestors agree. What? Rune Lord of Karak Kazul.
Oh, I should have equipped a rune. What are the odds that Apophis gets added as a legendary lord? I'm gonna say really, really, really small. Like, non-existent. Just non-existent. Now, Prince Apophis as a legendary hero, pretty much guaranteed, in my opinion. Pretty much guaranteed. Queek's already back? Oh my god. He was dead for like 3 seconds.
Always our best.
This is not no bueno. This is no bueno.
Hammer and anvil. Yes.
He was dead for like 5 seconds. What the fuck?
For the wisdom of Valea.
Oh, I need one more turn and I'd have my garrison.
Not my fault.
His army really sucks though.
No! Blame you!
How's he back already? Skaven shenanigans.
To war.
I mean, the army is worse than the last army we fought.
Lord, what says no?
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Time for a reckoning. The axe
thirsts for war.
My Grundy.
Damn greenskins raiding me.
Seeker. Aye.
I'm gonna go bankrupt.
Let us begin.
Well, just gotta see what happens. So we gotta deal with a big fight against Scarbrand, and we gotta deal with a big fight against Squeak. This is going to get absolutely bonkers. Which is why... Ha 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 ha! We're gonna pause there for today. Oh, what a cliffhanger! What a cliffhanger! Oh, the madman, how could he do it to us? The bastard, the evil son of a bitch. Oh yeah, he does have Karak this time. Oh god, we gotta deal with Karak. But that is where we're gonna end it for today, because there are some other things I gotta go do. I have to take care, I got stuff I gotta do. So, we'll be back with that more very soon, hopefully tomorrow, if I can wake up early enough. But I gotta go take care of some things, and then I also probably need a nap. But intending to stream some Final Fantasy XIV later this evening. If you want to join me for that, we'll be back with more Thoric probably tomorrow morning. But yeah, hope you all had fun. Hope it was a good stream and you had a good time. If you, let me see if there's anybody real quick that is online that we know that we can raid. Wednesday Lordbeards? Yes. Assuming that Andy is still not ill still, that's a phrase. We will do Lawhammer on Wednesday. Obviously if he is sick, then we won't. So hopefully he is feeling better. And we'll go from there. Okay, I don't see anybody on YouTube that I know. So let's look at Twitch. Anybody on Twitch that I know? Yeah, a couple people. Oh, you know what? Anticity's live. When's the last time we rated Anticity, right? Right? A couple people. Oh, you know what? Oh god, I heard my own voice. So anyway, what's he playing? Battle Aces? Okay, whatever. Still, something. Raid Anticity. Make sure y'all say hi to him for me. Make sure he's doing well. It's good to see him playing Total War multiplayer again and all that jazz, though I know he's trying out some new game right now. But we should drop by and say hi. So hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you hopefully later tonight. Take care, and have a good evening. Or morning or afternoon, or whatever the fuck you're, whatever. I'm out here. Bye.
You